Hello and welcome to BierTier, the German engineer. Yes, today we are finally back with another episode of the Beavers. I had that much fun last week that I figured we would give it another shot this week around. And let's take a look. Who do we have already in chat? Of course, Words is here, Jazz is here, Elfie is here, John is here. Always nice to see John in chat, and Keonis as well. Well, I hope you guys are doing very well on this wonderful Thursday evening. At least where I'm located, that is. Yeah, so let's take a look what we did here last time around. We built us a pretty neat starting base. So far, nothing too fancy. Lots of trees, we can see it. We have stacked up, where is it? Right there. 432 logs and 284 planks right here. So we are doing pretty well for a beginning. We also have some floodgates all around here, which is always a good thing to have, especially since we are preparing for the bad tides. So far, we haven't seen them yet. So yeah, that is, of course, something that we need to work on. So I would say, let's start it back up and let's get going. And oh yeah, before I forget it, I did find a mod that I believe at least works. We will see it very soon when we have another beaver being born here. All current channel members are in a list and our beavers will be randomly named after them. That should make my job a hell of a lot easier, so I don't have to take care of naming the beavers manually. And as you can see, that didn't work out too well last time anyway, because it is just too much work. We have too many beavers that die and too many beavers that are being born. Alright, let's take a look what we can do here. Up here on the top, we do have a bunch of oaks, so that is just a lot more wood. But where I'm trying to get to eventually is all the way over here. Those are the ruins, and they have scrap metal. Scrap metal will provide us with iron, and we need to find a way to get over there. So let's work on that first. In paths and structures, we have wooden stairs. And the wooden stairs, we are going to plop. What is a good location for those bad boys? Maybe... We don't really have a good path coming over here, so we might have to make us a path from scratch, maybe. Let's see. In demolished buildings. Mark resources for demolition. Just gonna get rid of those 4 right here. And as soon as they're gone, we can just grab us a path and come around here and all the way up to the top. That should be a pretty good first step in the right direction. That is for sure. Let's see, something like this here is what I had in mind. We might get to die more than once tonight. Maybe so. Maybe so. We will see. Keep an eye out on the bottom left here and we will see exactly who we have. IMG is here. Welcome to the chat. How are you doing tonight, G? Hope you're doing just fine. Don't worry, guys. It's almost Friday. The week is almost over and we have a beautiful weekend ahead of us. All right. So far, we are looking just fine. Yeah. Instead of sacrifice a goat to the algorithm, I'll give a part of my liver. On Rhineland, how are you doing? Always glad to see you in chat. Okay, so what did we do? I need to try to remind myself. We have those floodgates right here. These here are all the way open. These on the right are all the way closed, that's right. Let me get rid of the menu so we can see the water a little bit better. These we have at 0.45 and downstream we are wide open. So we are ready for the next drought or bad tides. We should be able to keep the bad tides at bay, at least for a little while, as well as a drought as well. That is definitely good. Suspension bridges. Why? Because awesome. That's right. Our stairs have been built. So that's a good first step, but we can also see in paths and structures right here, if I try to build a path, actually we can't see it. Why can we not see it? Because it's not connected. There we have it. It gets darker and more into the red the further we get away. So we need to see how far we can go, because I actually don't know the answer to that. We're just going to come down here and back up over here. Let's see if we can make that happen without too much trouble. And then let's see how close we can get before we actually run out of path. With a little bit of luck, we should even be able to flood this area right here. Here we have blockage. And currently the only thing holding the water back are our floodgates, which we can open whenever we want. Something just like this here, for example. Does just open it up and the water starts to flow down here. We're going to leave it closed for right now though, because we Don't really have anywhere where any very useful, at least, where the water can go. But eventually I want to flood this area right here, which gives us a lot more green in this area where we can build more stuff, or better to say plant more stuff. So that is certainly something that we are trying to focus on. If we do that though, the water will just flow through. If we want to also protect in this area, we need to come down here on the bottom right. That should be okay. Let's take a look. We should be able to come into landscaping, grab us not a levee but floodgates, and maybe pop some floodgates somewhere in this area right here. Obviously those are not reachable right now. We need to get there, and to get there, how are we gonna do this? Probably up here, and then we need to come back down, which is here. There and there. Beautiful. That should get the job done. Just need a path connected somehow over here. How exactly shouldn't matter too much. And now, once the beavers build all this, they should be able to build us floodgates. So that should be a good first step in the right direction. Where you're working at is my next dam. Sadly, it's not too deep. You mean over here? Or you mean down there in the bottom? Yeah, this one here is also not going to be too deep. It can only be one high. At least for right now. Later on, we should be able to get a little bit more in. But yeah, at this moment, there's not a hell of a lot else we can do. Let's see, how far can we push this? Didn't there used to be a limitation? Once it goes red, eventually you can't go any further? Is that not how it used to work? Did they change that? I'm not entirely sure. I guess we will find out here shortly. But we should be able to get rid of this blockage right here. Okay, so far we are looking great. The main issue that I see is that we still have 3 open vacancies. So we need more beavers. So we should definitely work on that. Currently we have, what? A total of 4 breeding pods. We probably will need a couple more here if we want more beavers. And we definitely want that. This whole thing here evaporates during a drought? Well, we will see. I believe you though, because it is a huge area, and I believe, if I remember correctly, the evaporation has something to do with the surface area of the water that you have as well. Kind of like this big area up here loses a lot of water just all by itself. And yeah, we will see about a drought, or even worse, a bad tide coming in. So far, we're in cycle 7 and we haven't seen a bad tide yet, and I'm highly surprised by that. So we will see how that works out today. But first and foremost, in landscaping, we need more floodgates to close this area here back off. Yes, theoretically, I could have just left the blockage and only built one of those. But I figured a little bit more controllability can never hurt. What is a good location for it? Let's just... We don't need the last one. Should I build it anyway? Yeah, screw it. We can, so we should. Let's do it. So these here should be able to then give us full control of this area here on the left. So that should be good. I'm reminded of the mathematical concept of, can't recall the name, but there is a geometry that applies to city blocks. In this geometry, as in past building in Timberborn, pi equals 4. It sure does seem like it. I'm truly curious how far we can push that path before it ends. Unless they changed it in some kind of update since I played the last time. Fortunately, we can't go through here, so we probably have to make sure that we get rid of those few pines right here. They're only 2 wood apiece, so it's not that big of a deal. So I would say, let's just grab us in wood a lumberjack flag. Plop it over here somewhere, for example, right there to get the job done. And then connect it to a path. And then tell the beavers, get rid of, not planting, cutting, please. First and foremost, a straight path. How is that? And what's the range of this bad boy? Oh, going all the way through. It looks like we can go through here without a big problem. Yes, there is a free space where we can go through. So literally those 2 trees here have to go. That's all we need. Very, very easy and straightforward. And at that point, we will see how far our beavers can actually travel. At some point, obviously, it doesn't become feasible anymore if it's just infinite. But it's just interesting to see how far it will actually go. We have 656 water in storage. That is actually not a hell of a lot. Why is that? Why is it so low? And I guess one of our deep water pumps over here doesn't have a beaver for it. Definitely have to fix that as well. That is a slight issue. I guess we don't really have a choice. We will have to go into housing and grab us another breeding pod. At least one, just so we can pump more beavers out. And by the way, is the mod working? Yes. I'm pretty sure there is no beaver in the game that's called Logan Ale or Splits. So, seems like at least the naming mod is working exactly as intended. That's very good. We have so much wood and so much stuff. I think we should take on a little bit of a bigger construction. First and foremost, of course, we are running out of log storage. Omar is here, says, hey, beer. Omar, thank you very much for joining. How are you doing today? I hope you're doing just fine. Always remember, it's almost Friday. I'm always looking forward to a good Friday, not gonna lie. What else do we have here? Let's get rid of this path right here first and foremost. And then in storage, let's grab us 2 large industrial pods. One right here, one right there. Let's just extend that through. And then in housing, we are going to grab us another barracks. One more can't hurt. Something just like that. Now though, it's just a matter of how do we get up top of here and down here, because currently this will not be in reach. So let's grab us a path. And let's make sure that this path here extends all the way through. Something just like this here. These stairs right here need to go. And we need to replace them with platforms. Basically across the board. All the way through to right there. And then some stairs at the end. Now we just need some stairs to get up to here. We're probably just going to do that right around here maybe. That should work. Some stairs here. Stairs there. And then a path. All the way through. Oh, I said all the way through. Thank you. Appreciate that. And then connect it up here in the corner. Let's take a look. Yep, that should get the job done. Theoretically. That should work as is. All right. Well, let's see if that works as I intended. I guess we'll find out in a minute. I just bought this game a week ago, but only made it past the tutorial. Hey, that's great. That is always awesome. Learning a new game is a fun thing, especially if it's with cute beavers that build stuff. Even if it's just a damn. It's a really good game. I mean, I highly recommend it. I have a hell of a lot of fun with it, honestly. By the way, in case you're wondering, we are playing with the Iron Teeth right here, which you can only unlock after you give your first faction, the Folktales, at least a satisfaction of 15. We have a stranded beaver up here, of course we do. Because all this other stuff here is not built yet. And there was apparently a beaver on the rooftop terrace when we tore out those stairs right here. That is a slight issue. We may have to put those back in, at least temporarily, until we can get this beaver down here. That is always something to look out for. There was also a mod for that, and I considered getting it, but I was like, wow, that would make it a little bit too boring. Kind of like an oxygen not included. Gene says, I finally caught you live. Gene, that's awesome. I'm really glad that you could make it to our stream. It's not oxygen not included. That happens on Saturdays. Of course, nothing has changed on that. But yeah, I'm always happy to see you guys in chat. Ronald is here. Hello, Mr. Beer. The oxygen not included engineer. This is Ronaldo from Brazil. Please say hello. Oh, I will definitely say hello. And it's awesome that we even have viewers on a Thursday evening from Brazil. That is awesome. And of course, like I just said, oxygen not included streams are always happening on Saturdays. That is my general schedule. How about we increase the priority on this breeding pod here slightly, please? So we can actually get this here done. That would be very nice. We need more beavers. We need to fill up those vacancies. We need to get more water in. We have our 4th pump over here and another medium tank that is currently completely empty. And that is, of course, suboptimal. The beavers are over here, starting also to build those floodgates. That's probably why they're not building over on the other side. These floodgates over here on the bottom are almost done, only one lacking. And that one just got the rest of the material. So yes, the bottom here is already completed, which is very nice, honestly. We could open this here up just to take a peek. What does that look like when the water actually flows through here? We may have to block it off again, though, right here, maybe. Just to direct the water flow into this area. And just as little as possible down here. Because down here, we really don't care too much. Where we want the water is in this area right here. And for that, we have our nifty floodgates helping us out. Right now, we are basically diverting the stream 50-50 between the right side and the left side. And that is not really something that we want. But yes, they are building happily away all over the place. And this area here, we should be able to expand this here really nicely. Go even higher with our barracks. And what other housings do we actually have? We have a large barracks, a row house, and a large row house. Okay. I guess they're just different sizes, and that's the only difference. I guess there is not a quote-unquote better house and a worse house. Also good to know, I assume. This one right here is not connected to a path. Of course it's not, because, well, we have those stairs right here right now. We will tear those out as soon as this here on the left side is built. I think that makes the most sense, probably. Should we give him a little bit of a higher priority? Maybe on those stairs right here. Maybe on the barracks itself. And maybe on the stairs coming back down. So at least the outline is done. That would make probably the most sense. Are we doing food-wise? Okay, we have no problems with food whatsoever. And what do we have here, Kasova? We should have somewhere a grill for that. Not a grill, what was it called here? The folk tells. Fermenter. Right down here in the bottom, that's right. Okay, so this area here is now filled with water. And most of our area right here is nice and green, as that should be. That is very good. Like I said, the only thing that I'm slightly concerned about is this area right here. Eventually we will block that off as well. As soon as we can build our pass through here and see how far we can actually go, at that point we are going to check out if we can block this here off. Don't even know, what other buildings do we have here? A tapper who gathers sap and syrup from trees. Gathers pine resin. We do have plenty of pines, so there's no question about that. But what are we then gonna do with that sap, though? Or that resin, better to say. Where it says, why build the stairs all the way up to the roof of the barracks instead of just making stairs up to the roof of the warehouse and a pass to the other stairs? Wait, what? Where are you at? You mean building stairs directly from the ground up here? Yes, we could do that. I wanted to get up top here anyway. I just figured we could just use the pass to come back down as well. Build more rooftop terraces up top here. But I mean, theoretically, there's nothing really stopping us from building a pair of stairs, for example, right here. Which we can't do right now because there's a path in the way, but I mean, this corner right here would, for example, work easily. Or even over here anywhere, we just have to go with the path basically around it. Nothing really stopping us. The result would be, I guess the beavers can get up there slightly faster. We could do both, actually. Nothing really stopping us from doing both. But both probably makes very little sense. Well, let's see. Let me rip this here out. Just one piece of path, that is, of course. And we could just do it... Could we do it better? If we come up here all around and then back up here, it really makes no difference at the end of the day. But having the beavers be able to come up here straight, why not? Let's do it. Something like this here. The more ways, the better it is. I hope. This here is also going to be a path, by the way, guys. Just stating the obvious. How is this here coming along? Could the beavers, now that I'm thinking about it, could the beavers actually reach this here without doing anything else at all? That would be nice. If I build another floodgate here and one there, and give it highest priority, will they build it before they build this here? I guess we will find out here momentarily, whenever the next beaver comes by. And cycle 7 is almost over, and we have another drought. Not bad tides yet, but we do have another drought. So we need to be careful with that. Gotta keep that in our eyesight to actually make sure that we are ready for that. There's a bunch of things we have to do. We have to adjust our floodgates. We have to turn off our breeding pods for sure. And make sure, well, we have enough food. That is not the issue. Let's see. Where is Gilta here going? Let's take a peek. You going here or you going out there? He is actually coming out here. Oh, that's a beauty. Look at that. That's perfect. That should work just like a charm, yeah. Okay, I'm gonna start already keeping a little bit of extra water in here. That will slow down the flow. We can see that with our water wheels here, that will be slowing down in the time until we fill this here up to 50%. And as soon as that happens, the water will overflow again over here. And our water wheels will spin back up. But we're already saving a little bit of water. That is always a good thing. There we go, water is flowing again. It's overflowing our floodgates exactly as that should be. Very good. Only on the bottom, these floodgates here, we're going to keep them directly at 1.0 all the way up. We want to have them as high as we can. A big good question is, can the beavers build all this here within the next 2 days? Probably not. It also doesn't matter too much because we haven't built anything in here that would need it. It was basically just a test to see if that is viable or not. But I don't see too many problems with it. We're also going to close these here very, very soon. These on the right are already closed. That's fine. Yeah, everything's looking to be pretty good. Let's close these here a little bit more, maybe 0.7. You can see the water rising very slightly right there. Can you build industrial pumps to move water uphill in this game? Can you, say, build a massive elevated reservoir to supply water and power during droughts? I believe there is a function like that. I think it's this fluid dump right here. Is that what it is? Deep mechanical fluid pump pumps water or bad water up on one side and discharges them on the other. More efficient than a regular pump. Keone says no. So what does this fluid dump then do? Okay, so it looks like... Where is it? The deep mechanical one. How do you work? What is your purpose? Not entirely sure. Requires access to water. So I should be able to build it here? But I can't. Is it only because I have not researched it? No, up and over, not up hills. So one side of a wall to another. Okay, so not up hills. That is a little bit limiting though. That would be fun. To pump the water from the bottom up to some big old reservoir. I like that idea a lot, actually. Pretty sad that that's not a thing. Well, maybe in update 7, I suppose. I mean, the devs are really putting a bunch of work in here. That is update 6 that we are currently playing in the experimental branch. So they are working on it. It's not like they're just sitting there doing nothing. Definitely can't say that about them. For sure. We have 800 water in here and a total of 31 beavers, it looks like. And we have 29 open beds. We definitely have more barracks than beavers, just to say the least here. But yeah, you guys need to build my floodgates over here, first and foremost. That's really the most important thing. And everything else will fall in place all by itself right after that. Specifically this one right here. If we could close that before the drought, that would be amazing, honestly. Can already close this one here, I suppose. Just 5 planks. That's all we need. Well, and 3 logs, I just noticed. How are those mangroves doing over here? Are we getting mangrove fruits in yet? Well, it does take 10 days, actually. I don't think they're ready yet. Actually, we do have a couple that are ready. We don't have anybody in the gatherer flag. Yeah, we don't have enough beavers, so that is one of the 2 vacancies that we have. That is something that we definitely have to fix. But yeah, that will have to happen after the drought and not right this very second. By the way, I just saw that Killjoy grew up and Brandon was born. Always nice to see Brandon. Even though he may not be here today, he's always with us, at least in the game. Come on. Somebody come by and build those other 18% that we are still lacking. Preferably before you build this here, that would be highly appreciated. Beavers, come on. But don't do that. You need to build this here, please. Before you construct this one. And please don't construct it in a way. Yeah, of course, that is exactly what I expected would happen. Can I pause this? Yes. Can I turn this back on? Yes. Okay. Yeah, they wanted to build this one here and the beaver would have gotten stuck outside of here. Which would have not been good because we cannot go through floodgates even if they're all the way open. But on the bright side, we can open this. Now that this one here is all the way closed, we should accumulate some more water in this area here. But that should help us out greatly. And really this one over here, you know, we're just wasting time really. Let's get rid of it. We don't need it. We only need these three here to actually keep a tight seal. So that is very nice to see that this here is working the way it should. Okay, so far so good. We have 0.3 days left. I think it is time to start filling up our reservoir on the top here a little bit more. 0.8 maybe. And down here on the bottom, we're gonna go all the way high. All the way to 1.0. Let's see. No good selected. Yeah, of course I have no good selected. You can't even reach it yet, so it doesn't really matter too much, honestly, if I have it selected yet or not. But if you're yelling at me, I'll take care of it. Alright, let's see. Is water still flowing? Yes, it is. It should be filling up this area right here. Up until it stops flowing. Just gotta keep an eye out for it. This one right here, we are going to close. This one right here, we are going to close. Both of them, completely. And right here, time has come. Everything has to be 100% shut off to keep as much water as we can. At this point, all of our breeding pods right here need to be paused. I really wish those would be synchronized to each other if they're close. But here we are. And then also our pumps right here. I'm gonna let them run for right this second. Maybe not all of them though. This one here we're gonna pause. This one here. Let's keep 2 running for right now and see where that gets us. We have 950 water though. That is more than enough. I just don't want to empty this here out. Let's see. Can we actually see the water levels sink? Or go lower at all? It looks like it's slightly moving maybe? Really hard to tell. You know what, screw it. We're gonna turn them off and let's see how much water we have left here. At the end of this drought. After 3 days, after 6 days actually. My god. 960 water in storage. Should be more than sufficient. The good thing is now we also have a couple of beavers, so we can actually turn on our large power wheel here. So we produce at least something for our fermenter, industrial lumber mill, and the gear workshop as well. Yeah, this lumberjack flag right here. We need to get us a beaver in here. We should probably go ahead and give this one here a... Oh, there's somebody in there now. Good. And it looks like actually those are already done. I'm just blind as a bat. That's helpful. Let's build us this pass here I was talking about earlier. Just need to get it not up there. All the way through here. So apparently we can get all the way over here without a big issue. So I would say let's get us more stairs in. See if we can make it all the way over there. Just out of pure curiosity. I thought we would need a district or something. Really don't know exactly what happened here. Because that used to be a thing. And then in metal, we have the scavenger flag, which we can unlock basically right now. We can literally just plop it on the bottom of the stairs. Like a charm. Let's see how that goes. Truly curious to see if that works out the way I hope it does. We do need a beaver in here. We do have now a beaver in here, so we are now getting mangrove fruits. Very, very nice. That is great to see. There they are. So we have another additional food. Speaking of Brandon, I was just talking about you. Oh, that is hilarious. Brandon, welcome to the stream. Even if you were not here in the stream, you were still here somehow anyway, because you can see right here on day 711, Brandon was born. I do have a mod now that every member of the stream automatically gets a beaver assigned randomly. That is completely random. And you were one of them, which is hilarious. Don't need districts anymore, but there's a limit on the distance they will travel from a district center. Well, I guess we will see if we reach that limit or not. Also, this one here we really don't need anymore right now. Not the beaver, but the lumberjack flag. Let's pause it. Kind of pointless. Brandon was already busy beavering away before he even got here. That is correct. That's precisely what happened. I knew he would show up eventually, you know. How much are we producing? 78 horsepower. That's not a hell of a lot, but it's still better than nothing during a drought. Still 3.4 days on the clock. Very, very nice. And look at the boss beaver right here. Who is that? Logan. Just sitting there, hanging out. Tail high up in the air. Yeah, that's beaver life for you right there. Yeah, I was also looking for a mod to get rid of the night cycle. Not the cycle itself, the beavers would still sleep, of course, but at least to not have it get so dark every time. Unfortunately, there is not one that is currently compatible with the update number 60 experimental branch. So, one of those days we will get our hands on one. But now we can see that these stairs here have been completed. Just another pass that goes along here to hook them both up. And now we can officially, without any consequences, come on, get rid of those wooden stairs right there. Let's get rid of them. And now we just need to put a pass underneath it, and we are golden. Now all of our storage is accessible. They can fill it up to the brim with whatever the hell they want. And we can plop down probably 2 more rooftop terraces. Let's take a look here. Rooftop terraces, 7 out of 31, so yeah, we definitely need more of those. Let's do precisely that. Where are they hiding? Right here. Let's do the exact same thing we have already done. And put 2 more in here. Can't even put another one here if you wanted to. Do we want to? Yeah, might as well. And then in decoration, we're gonna grab us once again roofs and just put them all along the outside. And we probably will also find something to do with this space here eventually. So that should be perfect. And there we have it from words in chat. Looks like you can delete that one stairway now. Give access to the warehouses. Yep. Beautiful timing right there, sir. What do we have? Rooftop terraces, all wonderfully there. Lumberjack flags and our scrap. Even that has been built now. We just need to make sure there's an exclamation point. Consider optimizing your path or splitting the district into smaller ones. Yeah, I'm sure you're complaining about that. The question is just where exactly can we store scrap metal? Is it in a warehouse? The truth is, I do not know. Let's see. Nothing here looks really like scrap metal. Where do we have? Maybe in the industrial pile? Scrap metal, yes. So we need a scrap metal pile. We're probably just going to put it on this little island right here. Might as well. So a large industrial pile just right around here maybe. So the path is not as long to store our scrap metal. I don't really know what to do yet with the scrap metal, but we are going to definitely check that out and see what we can do here. Smelter needs 200 horsepower. Holy cow. Really? How's our water level looking? Not too bad. Have seen worse. And up here on the top, basically the same. Makes barely a difference. And even this area here is still in good water, which is nice to see. Leftover human building. Yes, that is basically a leftover human building. It says here, scattered throughout the land, decrepit human ruins provide beavers with the unimaginable, a resource superior to wood. We just eat us a beaver in here. Actually, a beaver has nothing to do. Do I need to tell him that they can go ahead with this scrap right here? I don't know how. Demolish? No? What about cutting trees? When I tell you to cut trees here, is that a thing? Or what is exactly the deal here? Nothing to do in range. How do I... Something in your range is my question right now. Demolish buildings, delete rubble, mark resources for demolitions. You definitely don't want to do that. Click on the path. I mean, it's at 92. Oh, a path has to go in there, doesn't it? A path has to actually lead to the scrap pile, doesn't it? Because we are actually blocking off the path to it. Beaver cannot just go out here to the right. Ah, dang it. Yeah. How can we do it otherwise, though? I don't really see a way. Down here on the bottom, yeah, it's all full with trees. So we will need a lumberjack flag before anything else and clear out a handful of those trees. That we'll have to do. Or build it up here. It's an even better idea. Much simpler. Much simpler, actually. But then... Yeah, then they should reach it. We will try it. Let's test it out. I keep forgetting that they have a path, or better to say, a range that is actually on the bottom. Can I please get a beaver? Appreciate that. Leslie, 91. Just grew up and immediately became a scavenger. Isn't that something? Just gotta wait until night is over, and we will see if we can grab us some metal here. This one here also needs to be set to scrap metal, of course. There we go. And now, if we could have a beaver, those are a lot of ruins. Look at this, it seems to be a huge pile. I don't know how much we need of that stuff, but we definitely have a handful. And yes, we are actually now collecting scrap metal. Well, that's very nice. Water still there in all areas. Not a single place where we actually lost it. That's actually crazy. I expected it to be worse than that. And in 0.5 days it's over anyway, so it doesn't really matter. I don't envy Leslie that commute. Yes, for real. Is it actually Leslie themselves who puts it in here, or is it a worker beaver? Does a beaver have to come all the way out here, all the way along here, grab it and then put it in here just to then walk back? Not entirely sure how that works. Guess we'll see here in a second. We can definitely pause our large power wheel down here on the bottom because water is coming back. Is the storage for the scrap set? Yes. I won't watch the whole stream, but I have a joke for y'all. What you got, Gabriel? Bring it on. Let's see. Where's the water? There it is. It's flowing. Filling up a tiny little bit. That evaporated out of here. You know what you call a well-done omelet? The excellence. Are we already starting with the dad jokes? Alright, let's open this one here back up. The water is coming, so we might as well let it flow in. This one here can go down now that we are refilling it to 0.45. And at that moment, down here on the bottom, all the way open once again, as soon as this one here overflows. Just waiting for it to see some water flowing through here. You must be joking. Definitely in Brazil we call it uncle jokes. That's even more hilarious, honestly. I had no idea. First time I hear that one. These are wide open, which is what we want. And down here on the bottom, these are closed. Which is also okay for right now. I guess we can give him 0.95, but it shouldn't really ever fill up that high. Especially not if I leave these here. There we go. And let's fill this area down here up before we do anything else. And as soon as that has happened, we can lower these here as well to give us a higher stream value. Yeah, we can see it right here. That looks so good with the 3D update though, honestly. I mean, for a simple game like this here, that looks really nice. They did really well on those 3D updates. You made the dams on the last team or in the last stream? Wait, what? The dams were made in the last stream, except the ones on the left right here. I think this down here on the bottom is now nice and full from the looks of it. I think we can go ahead And lower this floodgate up here on the top. And let's see, how does it flow? It seems to be sitting pretty steady right here. Yeah. Perfect. And our power wheels are outputting 460 horsepower. More than enough for anything, really. That's great. Okay, in science, didn't we have something here too? Oh, it's the Num Cruncher for 500 horsepower and 1.5k. Probably can't afford that right now unless we would build us another entire row of wheels, which we could do, theoretically. But 500 horsepower, that is, yeah, quite a house number. We do have a bot parts factory and a bot assembler right here. Definitely want to get into that eventually. For that, we need a lot more power, though. What else can we do here? A large water wheel. A large water wheel. I want to see what that thing just looks like, honestly. But it does need 70 planks. Sorry, 80 planks and 70 logs. You know what? Let's unlock it. Let's take a look at that bad boy. They were not joking when they said large. The only question that I have is why can I not build it? Do I have to build it higher? Your map has slight differences than the one I'm playing with Folktales. Do I need to have a platform, though? What are those differences? If I build here a platform and then try to put a water wheel on top of it, is that a thing? I guess I need to go way higher. We need 2 stories. Put another platform on top of that. Let's check that out. Okay, yeah, that's a big boy. Holy cow. That is certainly interesting to see. Definitely gotta try around with that. Not enough deeps in the water? That is also a question, though. The wheel is taller? Yeah, the wheel is definitely taller. I mean, these here are outputting a total of 4 of them, are outputting about 500 horsepower right now, which is quite a house number. 4 of those here, when we take a look at the numbers, this one here has 60 horsepower per cubic meters per second. This one here is 270. 60 and 60 makes 120, so that would be 240. So one of these large power wheels here, large water wheels, is actually more efficient than 4 of the compact water wheels. I did not actually want to build this. That's what happens when you're on 3 times speed, I suppose. Not that it matters really, but... You need to find us a place for that thing. I want to try this out just to see what it does. How do I delete it? There we go. If we go... Let's see. We could... What could we do here? We could build a large water wheel, maybe even directly on top of here, if we have enough water flow coming down here. What would that look like? Just out of curiosity, if I open this here up. And this one here maybe not quite like this. Doesn't look like the flow is very high. That's what I'm concerned about. To the east is a good river. Oh yes, this one right here looks like it has a hell of a lot more flow than whatever we have going on right there. This one here is all the way open. What if I close this one here? That should theoretically increase the flow. If we don't lose it all the way over here. This one here is so nice because it has this nice big area up here, and then it just gets smaller and smaller. And of course, that increases pressure and therefore flow rate. Just like in real life. Very, very nice. Gotta love to see how that actually works in the game. So the physics is very nice. To the east is a good river. Oh, on the right side, right east. Where do we have a good river over here? Are you talking about the bad water right here, the bad tide water? Because I could see, if I open this here up, that this here would be a great area for one. Coming along here, maybe. What does this one here connect to? This one here connects out to this little area right here. Yeah, that ain't it. That is definitely not it. Did we have that much bad water earlier? I feel like it used to be less. Or am I crazy? Hard to tell, honestly. Check my Discord pictures. Alright, let's see what you got here. You got a ton of pictures in here, sir. Let's take a look here. That looks like a pretty nice stream right here, though. In the badtides. Yep, right there. Look at this. You can, even on this tiny picture here, you can see the flow very, very nicely. But yes, theoretically, though, even this one here, all the way on the left here seems to be a good one, too. Like, the flow doesn't seem to be too bad. Especially, what happens if I close this one right here as well? Both of them are closed. Water level over here is now rising, but that should put even more water going into this direction because we basically choked off the entire water supply. Except up here on the top. So we could increase the flow even more if we can build more floodgates in this area right here. That would send all the water from this water source straight down in this one direction, which should give an insane amount of water. Or better to say, flow. The river you're talking about is currently dry. I know it's on the other side. But I'm looking at this one here because this one here seems to be predestined for something like that as well, honestly. I just wanted to test that, though. I don't actually want to do that right now. This one here we're going to keep closed. But regardless, in power, a large power wheel. Would it even work right here? Yes, we could put it even right there. Look at that. That is actually perfect. Or we could turn it around and it would even work right here. The only problem with that is we don't really have anything over here that we could power with it. What do we need? In metal, we have a smelter, 200 horsepower. Can we muster 200 horsepower with one of those bad boys with the flow from this tiny little river? Might be a bit far to travel without a district. Yeah, that could be another issue, though. That might, in fact, be another issue. What if we use this area right here? Because I don't have a forester right here or anything. So, all those leftover oaks right here, we're basically just clearing out this area right here of trees. And as soon as it's gone, might make this here an industrial area. You know what? Let's try precisely that. Let's grab us in passive structures a platform. And let's plop that platform right around here, maybe. Should get the job done. Let me pause it, though, before they build it and it doesn't work. So I can't do that, even though it's too high. Probably because there's a pass underneath it. Let me kill that pass real quick. We don't need that anymore, that's for sure. Yes, get rid of it. Any more pass left? Can't see anything. There we go, yes. Can I now plop a water wheel on here? Yes. Let's build this thing. As it stands. And let's check it out, how much it produces. That would be good to know before we do anything else here. The only problem is we may have to get rid of this one row of trees right here, so we can connect this side here through to speed up the beavers a little bit so they don't have to walk all the way around here every time. But they can use a shortcut over here on the bottom. That would be maybe a good idea. And yeah, trees is certainly not something we are lacking. Yeah, let's build this thing here and let's see what it does. Now that the drought is over though, we are running out of beavers. I forgot to turn the breeding pods back on as well as the water. That is an issue. I was thinking so much about this water wheel that I forgot about our main resources, beavers and water. And by now we have, of course, even more vacancies. So we need to make sure that we get back on track with that. We need more beavers. Is it just me, or are those blueberries here exponentially increasing? Like, what is even going on here? I feel like those didn't used to be that many. I'm pretty sure that this entire pass here was free. Or am I literally going nuts? Get rid of this stuff. John Cundis is here. Hi, all you happy beavers and people as well. Hi, John. How are you doing today? Glad you could make it. We may put in one more just to be able to catch back up. We can always pause them, so there's really no harm, no foul. Better too many than not enough. You guys know it. Give it a high priority, please. At least the breeding is in progress right here. I mean, it's in progress everywhere, but it's almost done right here, better to say. yeah, we do definitely need water. We do have plenty of berries, though. So, on the bright side, that's good. I mean, I never noticed this here, actually. You can actually see what they're storing in here in those medium warehouses. That's really nice, actually. That is nice attention to detail. They could have just slapped a wall right here and called it a day. And even with the logs, it's the same thing. Ah, I need to pay closer attention to this game. There's a lot of hidden gems in here. Look at that, how they're piling the logs up. And right here, the planks. That's really neat. Not gonna lie, I like that a lot. And in here, we have our gears. I love finding those kind of little details here. We do have plenty of rooftop terraces though now. That is certainly not going to be an issue anymore. Our water wheel is coming along, and I think I'm going to go ahead and put in those stairs exactly as I just mentioned a minute ago. Here, and right across from it here. And then tell our friendly beaver friends to tear out this straight line right here. As soon as that is gone, we're just going to pass it up and make the beavers' lives a little bit easier. Just gotta get it done. But yeah, it's once again in the middle of the night. Let's turn up the speed for a sec here. There we go. Beavers are back awake and back at work. Tanks are also slowly filling back up. We were down to all the way to 250. Now we're back up to 350. Very good, very much needed. It's now cycle 8, day 8. So it's already day 8. We are way behind. I left those water pumps off for way too long, not gonna lie. But it is what it is, and that is okay. And yes, our scrap metal here is also coming together. What does that look like? It's literally just like beams, cut off beams. That's funny. I like that. Okay, beavers, how about we give this here a slightly higher priority? Tear that stuff out for me, will you? That would be highly appreciated. So we can then go ahead and put the rest of our pass in before I forget it later again. We may need more storage though. 4 more berries. Do we need it? Not really, because here's another full warehouse full with berries, but, you know, once again, it comes down to better have it and not need it. Chopped logs can't melt steel beams? Oh, you would be surprised. You would be surprised. What do we have here? 42 out of 70, 48 out of 80. So the large water wheel is also coming along. Of course, the beavers are currently working on this here because I told them to do so. But yeah, that should be totally golden. There we go. It's a conspiracy theory joke. Well, I know what you're talking about. I know precisely what you're talking about. What do we have over here? Yeah, those are getting less. Are those actually getting smaller when a beaver's working on it? I need to pay attention to that as well. Then I won't explain further. I might have something to do with jet fuel, I assume. I think that's all we need to talk about here. You need at least charcoal and a forge to smith them. Melting is out of scope. Well, the beavers disagree, okay? Beaver says it's just fine. Okay, so what did I say we need here? Not a number cruncher in metal. 200 horsepower for a smelter. Let's unlock that thing. Take a look here. Okay. Can we power it with just this large water wheel here? That is my question. That's what we're trying to figure out right now. Also, I think you would be a hell of a lot faster if you would first put in those stairs right here. Because it would speed up your path, I believe. So that would be a good first step to do here. Yeah, they're already hammering away on the first ones. The second one should be right behind it to connect it all together. As that should have been actually a long time ago. How efficient are transmission axles? You mean these here? Oh, they're at a full 100%. Full 100%. We don't have any loss. There's no friction. We don't need friction. Especially this one right here is the one that I love the most, where everything turns in this direction, except this one here. This one says, nope, not today. Not today. That is that one conspiracy theorist we just talked about. Oh yeah, look at that. Now they're bringing the logs over here. Clearly the beavers know that this is the faster route to do it. They understood that very quickly. So they're not even messing around trying to go the other path anymore. Imagine a perfectly spherical beaver in a vacuum. Fancy new axle design. I know, I love this here. It's gotta be a bug in update 6, right? It has to be. Probably because it's connected to this large power wheel right here. It's omnidirectional? Yeah, it is. There's actually a smaller shaft in the middle that turns in the other direction that we just can't see. That's how that actually works. Come on, guys. Bring those last 5 logs and those last 10 planks. I just want to see how much this thing here pumps out. I'm really, really curious about that, actually. And before we don't have this here, I can't really do anything else. Because if it works, it's perfect. If not, then we're just going to plop it on here, on to our other water wheels that we already have. Or build 4 more, depending on what makes the most sense. But while we wait for this, I'm going to turn the speed down really quickly. Because I got to head to the bathroom, and I'll be right back, guys. Give me 2 minutes. Alright, now, how are we looking? Oh, the wheel is done, and holy shit. Holy shit. We're literally producing basically the same amount. We could probably make this even better, actually. Let's test around a tiny little bit more here. What if, just for testing purposes, we build us a levee? A levee just across here. That will, of course, take away a tiny little bit of area right here where we can store water, but just for testing purposes, I am curious to see this here. And just as Beer steps away, the beavers finish the wheel, of course. How else would it be, right? But I want to see if we can get this here from 460 up a little bit higher. Truly curious to see if that works. I think I have an idea why the power wasn't transferring properly to the smelter. The power connection is probably elevated. It needs to be translated down before it can plug in. Oh yes, yes, this one here is elevated. It needs to first be transferred. Right here we have a... where's that bad boy at? The... downward power shaft, I assume? No. Yes. Maybe? I guess we have to figure out how exactly we connect those together. It has probably to do with... where are we at? Passive structures. Another platform right here. And in the platform, if we then take this downward power shaft, and then the... what do we have here? I'm not entirely sure. Power shaft turn? No, that's the wrong direction. The upward power shaft? That's it. That's what we need. We need both of them. And then it comes out. Okay, that makes sense. So we need to unlock both of those. The upward power shaft for a whooping 20. And the downward power shaft. The upward power shaft needs to go basically right here. And the downward power shaft needs to go right there. To connect this in... what? Not like this. Good grief. To connect this here together. That looks to be right. Perfect. That's what that should look like. Now it's just a question of actually getting the smelter in. Well, let me adjust the view here slightly. And then in metal we have the smelter. With the smelter we can literally just plop right here and it should work out of the box. Yeah, let's try that. Let's see if we can make that happen. Drove my Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry. Oh god. Oh, gotta love it. Put an upward first and a downward on top. Yep. Yep, that is exactly how that is gonna work. I just don't know if I need one more or if it just connects. And we have our first bad tide approaching. It is actually happening. John Candice is not gonna lie, I was saying that too. I guess we have just barely enough time to test this here out if they build those levees fast enough, which I really don't know why they don't, because we have so many logs we don't even know where to put them all. You just have to grab him and carry him over here and build it. It's literally just simple. Okay, it's just a matter now of trying to figure out how we are going to prevent that bad tide from really reaching us and harming us in any way, shape, or form. We're probably going to do something very similar that we did before. So let me check it out. Down here on the bottom, we are at a 1.0. Build that sucker up. Up here, we are already at a 1 and at a 0. And this one right here is also at a 1, and here we are at a 0.6. Let's lower that down and get as much in here as we can. It won't be a hell of a lot more than what we have right now, but might as well refill it, top it off if we can. Instead of building industrial buildings side by side like you did on the other side, maybe put on build an axle you can bridge a pass over, or maybe do that closer to the turn on the road, or not at all. Yeah, we will have to see. I'm not entirely sure what the best method here is. Yeah, I guess. I mean, it's trial and error. That's what it comes down to. We can try several different ways of doing it and see what we can do here. But yeah, there's literally nothing that's stopping us. Like, if you want to build more stuff over here, for example, we could build us once again one of these bad boys right here, the upward power shaft, bring it back up over here, and build a pass underneath it to bring a pass down. So that is most certainly a viable thing to do. But regardless, for right now, I'm really only focused on bad tides. So we are actually putting a little bit more water in this area right here. It is rising and we can see it. So we're gonna wait until this basically comes to a grinding halt right here, which it should relatively soon. As soon as that happens, we're gonna close it off. We're gonna make sure to see what we can do. A power spine is necessary. So what you're basically saying is to connect several buildings together and not have this one and this one here separate, but have it basically on one long power source to amp it all up, more or less. Which we could try to do right here. We could come with this water wheel here. By the way, that did make a difference having those 3 levies here. Just checking on it. We are now up to 530 horsepower, where these down here are still at 460, exactly as they were before, so that does make a big difference. But there's nothing stopping us from tearing those levies here, at least one of them back out, and come with our power shaft across here, and connecting all of it together basically here in kind of a L shape, if you want. We need some large power converters too. Do we have enough refined metal? Not yet, but we're working on it. The smelter here is being built. We're getting it. We're getting it done. Okay, this one here has not come to a stop. What is the smartest thing to do here? Do we actually want to close it? Does it make a difference? Not sure. We're gonna close it though. Probably in the last moment, actually. Yeah, let's do it in the last moment down here on the bottom. Let's fill up this area right here a little bit more. We're gonna go up all the way to, let's say, 0.9. How does that work? Let's check it out here. Are you gonna overflow or what? I think you are overflowing, I just can't see it. Nope, it overflows everything else. That is not what I intended here. With 0.9, maybe 0.8. 0.8 seems to be okay. Maybe 0.7? Yeah, I didn't mean to flood this area. Thankfully, that's not a big deal. Let's bring this one here also up to 0.7. That should stop the flow basically immediately. There we go. That's better. Water disappears here. And more water should be coming in up here on the top. And more water is flowing in. There we go. Just to try to get the area here a little bit higher. That's basically what we're going for here. And this time I can under no circumstances forget that we need to turn these here back on the moment I turn them off. Especially since we only have 651 water right now. We cannot slack this time. Because you remember, cycle 8, day 8 is when I turned it back on. When I should have turned back on, would have been on cycle 8, day 5, I believe. So yeah. Definitely need to be a little bit more careful with that this time around. But we still have 1.1 days to go, so it's still not an issue in any way, shape, or form. We're still doing totally fine. No problem. This one here is closed off. 2 max of water, take a lower dams up full. Yeah, that's what I'm working on. I just don't want to flood the entire area. What if you go 0.8? I guess I should do both in the same manner. 0.8 here, 0.8 there. Will slowly but steadily rise it. Maybe day 1, given that you had water and berry reserves, you are not wrong. I had plenty of berries and water. I could have basically let him run, most likely. What do I still have open? This one right here. Water is still coming in down here on the bottom, which is totally fine. There's no problem with that whatsoever. Filling it up as much as we can, even though, again, this area here is just an afterthought. We don't need it for anything. It doesn't matter, really, if it exists or not. This beaver here is thirsty. I suppose we could put another pump in here once we have enough beavers, which we currently don't. But put a pump in here and give just this area here its own water, so he doesn't have to run all the way back, grab water, and then go all the way back here. That should also help alleviate it without building an entire new district. I think we don't need it. Just to get this metal right here, which is the only reason why we are here, we don't really need to do so. 0.5 days left. How is the water flow right here? This is already closed. Let's close these here off. We can make advanced drinks for the beavers, like beer? Really? How? Where? When? You can make coffee. You can make food. Hydroponic garden and oil. Beavers will be contaminated if they walk in. I only have one bath, and it's this one right here. Oh, cut the path. What you meant, not bath. I gotcha. But where the badtide will be, it shouldn't be anywhere where we have a path. The only place is right here. There's no reason for a beaver to ever go here. But I'm going to follow your advice anyway. We are going to cut off the path right here. Talking of beer, I shall return. I don't know. I just asked if you can. Sorry, I thought you meant you do know. So apparently we can make coffee. How do we make coffee? Do we have to plant? Didn't I see coffee plants somewhere? Am I crazy? I could have sworn I saw something like that. Was it trees? Pines, mangroves, coffee bushes. You should definitely make some coffee. You should definitely make some coffee. Yeah, our beavers deserve some good coffee. Okay, let's bring this one here up to 9.5. As high as we can. We have 0.1 days left. And bring this one here also up to 0.95. Turn our pumps off. The badtide is only 1 day. Okay. All the floodgates need to be closed. Let me double check all around that we are not accidentally leaving any open. All the ones that matter are closed are these 4 here on the top. Everything else doesn't matter too much. 1.0 though. Or 1.0. 1.0. These ones here stay open. And now let's see what happens. So the bad water is coming. Bad tide, sorry. And let's see what happens when it flows along here. This is the first time I actually see one. In cycle 8, we finally got one. How bad is it actually? Oh, it kills shit immediately. Actually, slower than normal water. What does it all kill? Why are you flooding right here? How can you be flooding? Well, because it's flooding across here. Well, that could be a massive problem, actually. Uh-oh. Let me get some water out of here. That will hopefully stop it from flooding. Yeah, kind of hard to tell. Right here, it's still flooding a little bit. It really needs to stop doing that. Because if it doesn't, we have a problem. Over here, it's already all bad tide. And up here on the top, it's slowly but steadily trying to flow in as well. It looks like these here are flooded right now. That is a problem. On the left top, the small dam. On the left top. And the second dam. Wait, what? It shouldn't be flooding. What can we do here? I can open up. I can close this one. Open this one here up. And bypass the water right here, I suppose. That could work. Let me open up this one here to 0.5 maybe. And let's see what that was. Oh, let's see what that does. But up here on the top, I don't see why this one here is a problem. It has more than enough area where it can go. Or is it just so much water? Holy cow, it's just going everywhere. Let me open up this one here a little bit. Trying to get some water out of this area just right now. Didn't expect it to be this massive of an amount here. So, okay, so this here is working. So I need to find me another bypass for this one right here. That is the main issue I see. This area up here on the top, I would have really liked to, well, not have bad tide water in here, but what can you do, I suppose? Thankfully, it was only 1 day long, and now we know what it actually does. Now it's just a matter of preparing for the next one, which will be longer. And we will have to find a way to prevent this here from happening. Because it's only going to get worse if we don't fix it ASAP. At this point, though, probably need to open this one here up if I like it or not. This one here will clear itself. We wait until it's all cleared. This one over here on the right side. Oh, it's actually overflowing a blockage. That's why I didn't see the blockage. I thought this is just a normal river, but it's actually not. If we can clear this blockage here somehow, that will solve all of our problems during the next time around it happens. Just open it all up and let it out. Are you sure about that? It's gonna go right past our water pumps here. I guess we will see what happens, I suppose. We should probably pause them. It's probably a smart move. All of them. And then open this bad boy here up. This one here is already open, yes. It will flood it for a second, but it will be okay. Do you have sensors? No, I don't think there is something like that. Yeah. Flood's gonna be over in a second, don't worry about it. And right here, it's actually slowly but steadily almost already becoming clear water again. Yes, this one here. Oh, this building is blocked by bad water, so at least the shower is smart enough to know to not use that water. So that's a good thing. Okay, now we just gotta get rid of all this water right here. And go back to normal. And then hopefully the next time around, we have a better plan. I did not expect it to be also more in the amount of mass coming out here. It's the levees. It's actually flowing backwards. It's flowing upstream. What? Why? How is that a thing? Oh, because this here is not open. This here needs to be all the way open. It will flood it. It will flood the living crap out of it again, will it? May not even. Yeah, now it's flowing in the right direction again. That makes more sense. Of course, if I block it off upstream, nothing's going to happen downstream, obviously. Oh, look at this, but our smelter is also done. That's very nice. But we are getting the first metal blocks in. And I guess we're just going to use this shower here as our indicator if the water's good or not. As soon as this thing here says it's not blocked by bad water anymore, we are just turning on our water pumps again. You placed the gate too close to your colony. Are you talking about this one up here? That is still not open. Now it is. That should now make a huge difference. And this one here as well. All the way open. This one here, on the other hand, we are going to close. Let's flush that stuff out of here. There we go. Let's give it a good flush all the way through. You placed the gate too close to your colony? No, that's not the problem. Yes. The problem is that I don't have a second bypass. I have one for the left side, but I don't have one for the right side. The problem is, in my opinion at least, that the water has nowhere to go. And it should be going this direction, but it can't because of this blockage right here. That's what we need to get rid of. That's what I think, personally. Okay, the shower is happy again. If the shower is happy, so should be the pumps. And we have still more than enough water left over in the meantime, which is a very good thing. We never had to turn off our breeding pods. That's very good because we need that badly. We don't have a worker anymore for our smelter, but that's also not a priority right now. We are lacking a total of 6 workers all over the place. That is a main issue. We need to get us more beavers. I already have 6 breeding pods. How many more am I supposed to have here? Where it says the arguments are certainly well thought out, and I appreciate the effort people have gone to make their cases. But for some reason, I still can't tell who's right. Neither can I, honestly. Where are we at here? How do I get a beaver from here to there? That's the bigger question that I have right now. I guess could do some kind of a roundabout way here. Yeah, let's do something insane. We have the resources. That's not our issue here. Let's build this. Platform. Let's do it. Let's unlock us a double platform. We have the research. We have 1.3k. Let's do it. It will still overflow. There are 2 river inputs upstream. Yes, please unlock this for me. So there's one here. There's one here. Here we have a bad water source. And that's it. So that's all we got right here. So one river output is coming down here, flowing along here and along there. And the second one, this one right here, would then be flowing off right here. I could then... Well, this one here is a very small area though. Very tiny. But at the bare minimum, it would be better than nothing. Because that's what we have right now. It would need a second pass. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I think it would need a pass here and a second one, but we don't have a second one. We would have to make us one, and we don't have the technology for that. Unless... Unless we just don't care about this area here at all. Which, why would we? It doesn't matter to us. We can just build us a double floodgate. Right here. Too high. Along this area right here. Which would then block the water up to too high. It couldn't overflow here. So the only way it has to go is over here. Where I really don't care about it. It would overflow this entire area right here, up here, and down here. The only worry that I have is this area right here with the trees. Because theoretically it could overflow through here then. That is the one issue that I have. But even that we could probably solve by just putting a handful of levees along here. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to try. Screw it, let's do it. Give me those double bad boys right here. And let's relocate our floodgates further up. That actually 3 high? Actually, the wall is actually 3 high. We could actually build a 3 high one, but I think that's overkill, if nothing else. Let's go right here. Should be... Yeah, not you. You gotta go. And then let's get rid of this these floodgates right here. And let's see if that works. Keanu said, yes, that works. Tested. Joshua says, not if you use the cliffs. So I guess we did find common ground between the two of you after all. Isn't that something? Alright. Let's build those up, guys. Give it a high priority. Do those first. Shouldn't have anything else to build anyway, as far as I'm aware. Only thing that we need is more beavers. Croc, Fernando, Chim, Sarkan, Mayday, Hyrex, and Charles are currently on our list, and it's still not enough. When Ryan says I call it a day, have a great time on the stream and chat. Don't forget to subscribe and thumbs up. See y'all at the Saturday stream. Fun, Rhineland. Thank you very much. I appreciate you joining in, and yes, I hope I see you on Saturday. Image in Discord. Let's see what we have here. Not entirely sure what I'm looking at here. That's the last one you posted, yeah. You have it up here. And right there. So that should then work, I would assume. That's the lake. That's this lake right here. Okay, I see. Your perspective on this picture is like this. Yeah. That's that lake. I gotcha. So you have it... Yeah, basically right here as well. Let me pull that back up and compare it. Yeah, you have also yours right here. Another one right there. And then another one right here. And you do have a nice bridge over here. Now I'm jealous. Now I want a bridge. Alright. We got a game plan. And we will see if we can make that happen. Where are the bridges? Are they in pass? Yeah. What is that even? Looks like a suspension bridge. Kind of hard to tell here. What does that bad boy look like? That is not what you have. What else do we have here? Oh, okay, that's what it looks like. So you could basically build one right here and another one on the other side. And that is what you have. I got it. Need 4 dams in that lake. You're talking about in the entirety of right here. But we need to get there first. What do we have right here? How do I get up there, though? I think the way that you did it right here is actually the smartest way. We can't just come up here and then down back, so we can then scavenge here, all those blockages here, without a problem. So we have plenty of berries. There's really nothing stopping us in any way, shape, or form of getting rid of a straight pass along here. And leave the rest of the berries exactly where they are. Basically exactly like you have it on your picture. We're still under an extreme beaver shortage, and I don't understand it for the life of me. How many of those do I need? I'm gonna build 2 more. I feel like nothing is going on here. We are getting less and less beavers instead of more and more. Where's the demolish? Get here. Get rid of this one here too, and do it now. Beaver is injured. Didn't we build a bed? Oh, you're in the bed. Okay, you're fine. Beaver is contaminated. Yeah, I don't know exactly what to do about that. Well-being, maybe? Decontamination pod requires haulers. I wish I would know what a hauler is, I suppose. I guess it doesn't need a water access or nothing, so that's cool. That's cool. I mean, let's put it right here. Yes, I need to unlock it, I guess. Because it's probably going to happen again. Before we figure this completely out, it's definitely going to happen again. So let's be ready for it. It's a building. Haulers is a building. Okay. Probably not in landscaping. District management. A hauling post. Great. More work for beavers that I don't have. All has come from the hauling post building. Yeah. Again, unfortunately. Beavers that I don't have. Build me my breeding pod. I need more breeding pods. Without that, we are completely doomed no matter what happens. And open up these floodgates here while you're at it. Same with these here. Close off these here. There we go. I like the haul post. It can be an overflow for workers and you can remove the jobs. Well, the problem is there is no overflow of workers. There's an underflow of workers. Drastic one. Need a centrifuge. A centrifuge. I wish I knew what that is. Sounds like something in here, but it isn't. What in the hell is a centrifuge and what does it do? Let's see. I don't know what a centrifuge is. And I also can't find it for the life of me. In science? Inventor, number cruncher, bot board, bot assembler, charging station, control tower, grease factory. It's probably the number cruncher, but it's probably for the other faction, is it? Did I miss the disaster? Yes, it did. Underwater. Bad water. Centrifuge. Ooh. Heavy duty machinery transforming the dangerous bad water into usable extract. Okay. So it needs 4 bad water, 0.1 logs, and it creates 1 science? Okay. Needs 200 horsepower. Alright. We can mess with that. Especially since we can make our way very easy over here and just get our bad water from right there constantly. That's very good. I did not see that, but even though this here, in my opinion, definitely belongs more into science. No, that's not science. What is that? What are we getting out of it? Extract. So what am I going to do with extract, that is? Seals a bad water source. Can be opened or closed at will. That's even cooler. You can build this right here. Needs 50 dynamite. Or explosives, I guess. Okay. There are so many more buildings to discover that were not there when I played the game last time in the year 2022. Certainly. Quite a lot more to do here. Either way. Why is nobody ripping out those blueberries? And why is nobody building this breeding pod? I would really like to know. Because you're right at the moment building those floodgates. Yes, that is important too, but not quite as important. How about that? I mean, that is a long pass to walk up here. Not gonna lie. Need more builders. Is there another building where I can get more builders as well by any chance? There's also a building post. Builder's hut. Yeah. Again. Needs more workers. Which I can only get if they build me the breeding pods first. I feel like it's a death spiral we are in. Worker-wise. It's time for us in chat to get to work. Yeah, it may be. It may be that I may have to employ you guys because the beavers are just chilling right now. All I can have up to 10 and up to 4 in building hut. Extract is needed for decontamination. Oh. So it's actually completely pointless to build this right now. Yeah, I think that's just a waste of time as of this moment. Because this extractor, we're not going to have that anytime soon. That is a problem. Is there any other way? Does it just disappear eventually? Is there like any... Oh, he also refuses to work. Okay. How do I build a critter killer in this thing? Can I drown a beaver? Is that a thing? Because I still have to feed him, but he refuses to work. That's a problem. The centrifuge, yeah. Problem is, until we build all that infrastructure while we are trying to clear this here out in preparation for the next bad tide, it's a complete disaster. Are you kidding me? I just tore it out a second ago and there's already another seedling. Like, what is this? This stuff is worse than a weed. Get rid of it already. The beaver has learned about state welfare. He has, apparently. Okay, before we do anything else here, let's pause it right away. And grab us in housing. Another breeding pod. Oh, and here. The advanced breeding pod also needs extract. I need to keep that in mind. Because that is certainly something that I'm looking forward to getting. Immediately grown up beavers, that would be a dream. That would most definitely solve our worker problem immediately, because we currently have 7 children that really can't do a damn thing. So, kind of pointless as of this moment. Right here we have already 1 metal block, even though we don't have a worker right now, but that's cool. 3 out of 4 are done. I'm not gonna leave this at a 1.65. Are you nuts? Get down there. At the water end. And this here's getting done now too. Slowly but steadily, it looks like we're actually getting somewhere here. Build this immediately and put me in a path before this stuff here starts growing again like crazy. And then with a path, I'm just going to do exactly what you did because it makes perfect sense. Just on top of that, I am going to get down here. You could starve him by moving him to another city. You could build another district and literally just starve him to death. Should we kill Leslie? We could kill Leslie. Let's see, where's a good location? Doesn't really matter too much, honestly. All we need is something like this here. And this here. That was one too many. Not that it matters, but might as well. And let's get it done. Okay. Slowly but steadily making progress. As soon as this last one is built, yeah, there it is. Okay, now everything else should go a hell of a lot faster again, because that was just a lot of resources far, far away. I love how in video games we always go totalitarian eventually. Frostpunk is a very good example of that. By the way, a really good game that I'm looking forward to playing, Frostpunk 2 that is, on stream as soon as it comes out. But I did move the release. I think it was... What was it? Was it September? October? Something like that. Which I welcome. I'd rather have a developer who accepts the community feedback from their own beta test and says, hey, apparently people don't like it, so let's do something about it. Instead of releasing hot garbage. So I'm all in favor of that, as long as it's not still hot garbage when it comes out. That is, of course. We have so many oaks and trees and stuff around here. I may have gone slightly overboard with that, I suppose. Bad tide is coming once again. We are nowhere near ready. As a matter of fact, we have barely even started with what we wanted to do. Oh, God. Let me see. What can we do here? What is this path right here? Oh, it leads to another blockage just down the stream. That's glorious. That's just wonderful. But we're going to demolish it anyway. I'm just going to let it float down there for right now. This one here needs to be demolished ASAP. And the same goes for this one up here. Let's go up with it. All of it. Highest priority. Send me a beaver. Get rid of this nonsense. I don't know what is the name of the genre the Frostpunk exemplifies, but as a subgenre of colony builders, it is everything I don't want in a colony game. I mean, you know, I guess you can't excel at everything. It is a rather strange colony builder, I give you that. But overall, the general idea of the game, of this like, what would that be called? That is a good question. Like post-human, almost, era. Where you have to make the hard decisions sometimes. I do like that a lot. That makes perfect sense. I guess we have by now how much scrap metal? 83. And we don't even have workers for our smelter. Actually, we do have a beaver in the smelter. What happened here? Oh, we got a bunch of beavers in. By now it may be getting overboard. I guess we can go ahead and grab us this hauling post we were talking about for any excess beavers. And we can just plop it. Doesn't matter where though. Let's see. How does this look on a map? I guess it makes no difference whatsoever, no matter where I plop it. Okay. We're just going to put it right here in this corner. We're also going to grab us the builder's hut. Might as well. We built that as well. Have both of them here. Post-apocalyptic. You're right, Elfie. Beautiful. That is exactly the word that we were so desperately looking for. Build some paths, because without the paths, I don't think the beavers can actually reach it. How senseless those paths are, it doesn't matter right now. Yeah, look at that. That makes all the difference in the world. Someone looked at Rimworld and Dwarf Fortress and thought, well, the war crimes are nice, but it feels like too much up to the player to decide whether to commit them. I mean, yeah. There are some difficult choices to make, though. Not too many, but at least in the first one. I don't know about the second one, but in the first one, they were rather limited. But I have high hopes for the second one. I really do. So these here are at least now out of the way. That is at least better than nothing, I suppose, once we are closing these here completely, which will happen extremely soon. We have 1.1 days left. I need to go down with the speed a little bit here, so we can prepare for this insanity. Down here on the bottom, where are you? You're at 1.0, that's good. Let's close this one here off and send the water straight down here to fill this one here up once again as much as we can. Of course, is the water still rising actually? Doesn't look like it. Then over here, these ones here we're gonna leave open until the very end. But down here, or up here on the top, I mean, we're gonna go to like a 0.7. Let's fill this area up. And then down here on the bottom, we also go to 0.7 right away. I will stop the flow for a second, but shouldn't matter, because more water is flowing in. Filling this area up. And getting down there. Very soon, any second now. There we go. Should now help fill up this area here once again. How much water do we have? 1,000. All of our water storage is full. We need more water storage. Now that we have more beavers, we also need more storage. Makes perfect sense. Can we go for the big boy? 600. It's a little bit much. Let's rather a couple more medium tanks. It's a question of where. Actually, the bigger question. I don't have any space. I guess we can always make space. Again, we have so much berries, we don't know what to do with them, and we can always plant more. So that's an easy decision to make right here, to just tear out. How big is that thing? 2? Yeah, I believe it's too wide. Let's get us 2 more big tanks in. And let's do that right away. Not that we're going to fill them up right away, but might as well get it done. So that it doesn't become a problem later on. Here's 1. And there's 2. The water is... Why did it stop the flow? Not entirely sure where the water went, but here we are, I suppose. We are 0.4 days away. We're going to close this one off. We're going to open this one up. That is our 1 bypass on the left side. These stay open. These stay closed. Down here on the bottom, we will now start going all the way up to 1.0 to get as much as possible. Let's see. I'm trying to pack and observe the stream at the same time, but there are parts of me that really don't want to pack. I feel you, 100%. That's me. I hate packing. Every time I travel anywhere, it's the last thing I do, usually minutes before I leave. Not entirely sure how it's overflowing right now. Oh, because I, didn't close this one here off. How do I make the same mistake every time? I really don't know. It's sad, but it's true. Is the water just gonna disappear, or do I have to open this here tiny notch again? Just for a second, let's see. Bad tide is upon us. Now we're gonna close this bad boy here all the way to the top. And now we will see what that does. I mean, that's the best we could do in the time frame we have, so it is what it is. Nothing else left over. Turn off the pumps. All of them. And then down here, we are probably going to turn off half of our breeding pods. We have more than enough water, more than enough berries, but still though. We need to adjust the floodgates on the west side. No, these are already ready. This one here is closed. This one is open. This one is open, and this one is closed. So the water is flowing down here. This is our bypass right here, our bad tide bypass. And then right here, it's just going to be a matter of, we will see what happens. I just have no idea. I mean, it will overflow over here. There's no question about it. It has to. But where is it then going to go? That's the bigger question. We do have this outlet right here, which is hopefully going to be helpful in taking some of the brunt. Yeah, it's overflowing here already. Should be good on the right. Yeah, I hope so. Right here, the water is coming through. So far, no flooding. Truly hope it stays that way. That is just a little bypass right here. That is actually flooding down here on the bottom. If we could get rid of this blockage right here, that would also help alleviate the problem down here on the bottom a little bit. Oh yeah, and all the beavers are getting contaminated. I didn't think of it. I need to kill this path right here, because they are going over here, and we do not want that. So let's get rid of this connection. What are you doing? There is no path. Get the hell out of there. Damn beaver. Beaver is unwell. This beaver spent too much time in contaminated bad water. It's fine for now, but will get sick in a few days. Great. Up here on the top, you're good. Morning, beavers. It's a damn fine day, Toady. Says William Lie. Welcome, William. Damn fine day now that you're here. I couldn't agree more. So it is overflowing right here, exactly as I expected. Now what, though? It's flowing down here, exactly as I hoped. But what's going to happen now? That's going to be more interesting than everything else, really. All this here is flooded completely. All downstream. Because we also have a source right here, which is not going to be helpful in our favor here. This up here seems to be working better, actually, than I expected it to. So that's very good to see. We have 1 day left, 50% of the bad tide is over. I know bad water is bad, but what's in it? I think you want to know. I sure don't. I mean, the question is, do I really give a crap if it's flooding down here? I think the clear answer to that is hell no. Why would I? Die due to contamination. So these oaks are dead forever. Wow. I didn't see that coming. It kills everything now. It didn't do that earlier. Because it was only 1 day long and then it was replaced by normal water again. I see. Well, we're lucky that that happened not this time around. Good grief. But yeah, this up here with those dual floodgates right here worked exactly as expected. Much better than expected, even. And that these trees here are dead, I really couldn't care less about, honestly. And once again, trees are certainly not our problem. Yeah, it's looking very nice. And in 0.4 days, it's over. You can dam up the lake and just ship it right. Yeah. I mean, right at the moment, it's really just doing nothing. It's really just... I don't even know where it's going. It's going really nowhere because it doesn't overflow here and it doesn't overflow there. So it's literally just sitting there. It's actually flowing here upstream and coming down here, which is the reason why it's flooding down here. I see what's happening. We could build a path all the way up here and clear this blockage. That would give it a real pass, because right at the moment it's literally overflowing here, or we're damming it right there. That would probably be the better way, honestly. If we dam it up right here, we could just send it all over to the right. Is that what you meant, Kionis? But the bad tide ended. The good water is coming again. It should flood out all the rest, hopefully. Rather quickly, I would assume. We still have water. We still have everything. The truth is, we don't have to do a damn thing right now. We can just sit this out. As a matter of fact, you cannot even tell that it made a dent into here. It didn't evaporate at all. You can't even turn our deep water pumps back on without any issues here. By the time they make a dent into this river, you can just open our floodgates again without an issue. But yeah, I think opening this one here up is going to be a rather good idea. Let's build our path here. Squiggly as hell. Just towards this blockage. So we can send the beaver up here. Not yet, but in a minute. To open this here up for the next time the same thing happens. So we are ready for it. But how is pea water occurred naturally? I mean, you need thousands of bear to shit on the water to look this brown. Maybe there are. Maybe there is just an insanely large bear population over here. Or beavers. There's nothing natural about this. This is post-apocalyptic Earth. The humans died. The humans did this before they died. That's very true. But okay, we're looking good. We're just gonna let the bad water here get flushed out. We're gonna give it another few seconds or so. Should be okay. We need to continue with what we were doing. This here is still bad water. I need to connect this path here again. And I kind of really want that bridge. Did I mention that I'm really jealous of this beautiful bridge? Let's do something about it. We have enough research. Let's take a look here. Well, what size do I need? That's the first question. That is a 3 wide one. And why can I not build it up here? Because a path is in the way. Gotta be choking. Let's build it over the path. Suspension bridge, a 6 wide. I could build a 6 wide. But that costs 1.8k. Can't really afford that. Okay. 6 wide is not an option. But I could do 4 wide. And 3 wide. Actually, is that... How much spaces are these right here? I really wish there would be a grid. Right there. And right there. I need a 4 and a 3. Can I afford a 4 and a 3? Barely. I can do that. Yeah, let's do it. Let's build the bigger one first. Right here. Then let's unlock this one here in a second once we get the 400 science and build it on the other side. Beautiful. Look at that. I used the pass to measure. That's probably a good idea, not gonna lie. I do need to get this bad water out here, though, so I can send a beaver up here. And I would prefer not to flush it through the base, but I believe... I wish there would be... Is there any kind of building or something that tells me if it is bad water or not? Measures the depth, flow, and bad water contamination. That is what we need in our lives. Cost 150 science, though. But I think that one will be more important than that bridge over there. So the bridge might have to wait another second. I'm going to build me one of those. And I'm going to build it right here. I think that makes a lot of sense to have that, because it tells us right here when the water is clear again. What does it need? 2 logs and 4 planks here. Let's do that right away. Just need to hook this path here back up. That is now blocked by a tree. Seriously? You can't undo something for a second, because immediately something will grow there. What is this? Come on, get rid of it. Any beaver, please? Do it. There we go. And build me my stream gauge. Let's see what kind of information we can get from this bad boy right here. Contamination 3%. I think we can live with that. Let's open up these gates right here. All the way. And let's open up these gates right here. Halfway. And down here we have bad water. Ugh. Let's see. If I open these here also halfway, what does that do? Exactly what it's supposed to do. Good. I was worried that the bad water is going to backflow up here. Thankfully, that didn't happen. So we are golden. Our industry is coming back to life as well. Which means right here now water is flowing in. That's very good. There's a little bit of bad water stuck up here, but the contamination can't be very high. We are down to 2%. We are golden. No problem at all. Let's open these here up a little bit further, 0.3. And open these here up all the way. There we go. I just wish I could open these here up, but I can't open these here up because this blockage right here. Dang it. Guess I should have thought of that earlier, but I really don't want to send a beaver up there to open it up. I cannot afford another contaminated one. We already have 2. Maybe open the lake dam and let the water go left. And let the water go left? Oh, you mean right here? You mean closing this one and open this one and let the water go through here? Or through here? Yeah, but here I can't really go anywhere because we have never opened this here up. But we have opened this one here up. Actually, that could work. Let's do precisely that. I like that idea. Let's not run out of water though. Close this. Close this. Open that. And close this. Just so we then can slowly but steadily, let's see, I don't know how much water is back here. Okay, well, let's flood in with this stuff. Full force. And let it go out through the right side. I think that could work. I do want another one of those gauges though. Maybe right around here. And And I do want another one down here on the bottom as well. Let's put another one right there. Just so we can gauge exactly how much we have. And build me those quickly. Will ya? Right here, the contamination is at 2%. That's nothing. We can work with that. And I forgot that I shouldn't send bloody beavers in here, damn it. The contamination is so low, though. Well, that actually works out perfectly. I expected it to be much, much higher than that. I think we're good now. At 2%, that is really not an issue. Let's open this one here back up. Yeah, all that's perfectly fine. Let's open this one here up. So we can get a little bit more water back into this area here as well. The only questionable area is this one right here. And over here on this side, yeah, it has no outlet. I missed that this one here is blocked. I guess there's nothing stopping us from actually opening up this blockage right here. The beaver should be able to reach it. No, it can. Of course not. Of course, even though the pass is just this far away, apparently that's all it takes to not be able to reach it. Get all the way over here and open this here up so the water has somewhere to go. So we can use this here in the future as a bypass. I would open up and send it. Alright, let's send it. Still, for future, in the future, we still need this here open, though, if you like it or not. The same goes for up here. This needs to be open. Something just like that. And when that happens, doesn't really matter too much right now. It's gonna flood everything again, isn't it? Let's see where the contamination goes when the water comes by. 4%, 5%. Yeah, it's a hell of a lot less than it looks like on the surface. You really can't tell from the color of it. It looks a hell of a lot worse than it actually is. Also, didn't I say all down here? Demolish, demolish, demolish. Very good. How many beavers do we have working in a builder's hut? 1. In a hauling post? 5. Maybe we should do that differently. There we go. 4 out of 4. 2 out of 4. Yeah, that would be fair. Unconnected building. Yeah, we can connect you back up, I suppose, as well. And now we just need 400 science from our 3 inventors right here. And then I do want to come over here and fiddle around eventually with this centrifuge as well. But that costs us even more. We need more beavers. That's point A. And we need more inventors. That's point B. We need more science points. Slowly but steadily, the stuff is getting expensive. Let's turn 2 of them back on. It's water under the bridge. Now don't worry about the pea water until it comes back again. Very true. It's literally water under the, well, half-finished bridge, I suppose. Okay, let's plop this one here in. Of course, this is the worst possible location because there's a damn birch right here. Let's just get rid of it. Mark resource for demolition. Let's come straight through here. All of them can be marked for demolition. And then our nifty stairs. Do that right away. This here is now open. That's good. This here is now open. This is open. So all directions are now open. All the water is clear. No reason anymore to send water this direction at all. Might as well not do that. You will need to dam north by the iron mine. You mean right here? Oh yes, because it's yeah, it's slowing down our flow right now. We do need a floodgate right there. Good call. Almost missed that one. That we do need. The flow is indeed reduced, yes. How's the water flowing in here? Because in here, the flow is actually also reducing. It kind of shows just barely that the water is actually flowing from over here all the way through there and down. So we're actually going to close this bad boy right here. We're just going to take the water from right there. And up here, it's going to take a second to build this stuff. I can't help it though, guys. It needs to be done. So let's increase the priority on it. Because yes, Keonis is 100% correct. That needs to be properly dammed off right here. And we have another contaminated beaver, really. We need to get that thing in. What was it called? The centrifuge. We already have to pass for it. Now we just gotta be able to unlock it once we get more beavers in. That's a lot of damage. Alone for that reason, for all the damn jokes. I love this game. Current is at 0. Wait, oh, it's a current. The depth is at 0.45. That is actually going to be a nice indicator to have here. And here as well. We just need to place them strategically throughout, honestly. I should have unlocked this thing much earlier. My goodness, that thing comes in very handy. How about we build us another one right here? So we can also check out what is going on in this area right there. And then I'm wondering about this blockage right here. I have a slight fear about removing it. I think I'm gonna leave it right here for right now. Because it doesn't really do any harm or any good, so it's probably not a problem. Okay. Now, we do need more inventors. I can't help it. I'm just gonna plop down a couple. We can't afford the number cruncher or anything of the like right now. So let's plop in 2 more right here on the top. Can't hurt to have that in. We do need that centrifuge ASAP. And for that, we probably will have to dam this here back off so we are not here with good water. Or we just build it further down. Probably shouldn't make that much of a difference. But having a dam here that we can adjust to our liking is probably always a good idea. And again, resources are not really an issue in any way, shape, or form. We have everything and plenty of it. We might as well utilize our economical prowess here. Yeah, get rid of it. Yeah, get rid of it. Single floodgate, double floodgate, how high are we? Might as well build a double, I suppose. Yeah. All the way through. We don't have any... Actually, we don't need this here. Yep, that's the same height. Perfect. That works. These here we're going to set directly to 1.0. All the others will get it the moment they're built. You can levy off the bad water? You mean build a levee right here? In this case, I do want the bad water, though. I don't want normal water flowing down here. We could always make brown water jokes when we finish the dam jokes. I'm down for all kinds of jokes. Depth 0.28 and 0.53. Much food do we have? 1,000. So much that we don't know what to do with it, quite literally. It's actually hilarious. What are these here? Those are the fermented cassavas. I guess we just don't have enough cassavas, but it's not a problem because it doesn't matter, though. We could make our beavers always happier with more of it, but think it's totally fine for right this second. Just the contamination right here. That is a real issue because right at the moment we have 3 beavers that are refusing to work. Can P-water be reused for something in this game? Yeah, that's what I'm trying to work towards. For example, right here we have the centrifuge that I just learned about. That transforms the bad water into usable extract, which we need for decontamination. Damn. Is there a medical bed? Yes, we do have a medical bed. It's right... Where did I put that thing? Right here. And we already have our injured beaver in here. We only have 1 injured beaver, so that's totally fine. But we only have 1 medical bed right now. Somebody could rip this here out, just for good measure, maybe. How are we on metal blocks? Metal blocks we have now 13 out of 13, so this one here is actually doing nothing because we ran out of storage. Where do I store that? Metal blocks. Are they also in the large industrial pile? Probably, huh? Metal blocks, yep. Large industrial pile. Let's build us one of those over here. Actually, is that a smart idea? Because I'm currently considering building an extremely long line up here for a power supply. Or can we just put another heavy wheel up here? Or big wheel, whatever the hell it's called. Let's see, where is it? A large water wheel. Can we build one up here somewhere? It would have to be... It's too far from the district, yeah, that's not really a problem. We can just put one right here. Should provide enough power where it's at. Just from the bad water right here. I hope at least. If not, we can always levy it. We will definitely try it, though. Because somehow we need to power our centrifuge. Oh, come on. There we go. Just right now to build it, we're going to build the path all the way there. The storage building can be built up. I don't know what you mean. Oh, you mean you can build them on top of each other? Yes, I'm aware of that. Yeah, stack them on top of each other, like this. Yep. We should probably do something like that. I mean, most of the buildings here can be stacked in one way or another. Eventually, we will stack these here. Because we only have 15, only, quote-unquote, 15 open beds. But when it comes to that point, we will stack these here. And originally, I planned to stack these here until I realized the rooftop terraces fit up here perfectly with some roofs. So, those are now on top of here. Walking through contaminated ground causes problems too. Ah, damn it. Well, I guess then we need to make our temporary pass here a little bit better. And have him walk. Maybe something like this here. Eventually this pass here will go anyways again. It's just here that we can build this water wheel. That's basically the entire idea. I wish I wouldn't have to confirm every time I deleted a single pass. You can run water through there. Through here, you mean? Yeah, I can from up there, but trying to not do that because of the bad water that I want. Hold shift to skip confirmation. Ooh, really? Let me test that. Put some path. Delete some path. Oh, it's a beauty. That is a beautiful tip. Thank you so much. Because every time pressing on confirm, every time I just want to delete a path. God, is that annoying. It's the little things that make me happy, okay? Those little quality of life improvements are what I'm living for. Everything that saves me extra unnecessary work, I'm a big fan of. Yeah, it took me way too long to figure that out. You know, I was looking for an option in the menu before this stream because it annoyed the living crap out of me. In the last stream. And there was no option. And I was like, yes, there's no way. I should have probably Googled it. It would have taken probably 3 seconds. By the way, did my beaver die in this game? Most definitely. Beavers don't live that long in this game. They all die. But I do have a new add-on that I installed just before the stream. The beavers are named now automatically. I don't have to do it manually anymore. You can see all the names down here. Every name that you see is a member of the channel, of course. So everyone that you see here is a current member of the channel, and therefore it's just completely randomly chosen for me. So eventually there will be another William Lai Beaver. It's really just a question of time. It's an awesome mod. Oh yeah. I mean, you saw it in the last stream. I just gave up eventually with renaming beavers because it would have taken forever to just rename the entire stream would have just been renaming beavers. I was like, there's got to be a better way. Turns out there is. These here are high. Not that it matters because we have nothing in it. We are up to 556. A couple more. That's really what I'm waiting for here to unlock this centrifuge. Any second now. Thankfully. Let's see. Do we have all of these working? No, the 2 new ones I built have no beaver in it. So those are 2 of our 4 workplaces that currently do not have a beaver. Yeah. One of the gatherer flags doesn't have a beaver. Not that it matters too much, but... Can a German engineer rename all the beavers? That's going to be the title for the next stream. There's an observatory in science, number cruncher. You mean probably the second building in a number cruncher, right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure that you mean the number cruncher. Yeah, it's what you mean is the one for the folk tales. I know what you mean, the better one. But look at the requirements. 500 horsepower, point A. Point B, 1.5k worth of research already, which we have neither available right at this moment. So that is a slight issue. I just need this water wheel here to be built, and those 600 science. That's what we need. Well, let's turn up the speed here a little bit and see if we can get this here done. Because having those 3 beavers here not contaminated anymore would already solve our bloody problems. It's also hilarious that they are first not feeling well, then they're contaminated, they're refusing to work, but their lifespan does not go down at all. They just move 70% slower, but they still live forever. I would argue you can't be that sick then. They got the Rona. It may well be. What advanced buildings do actually need steel? Right here, a gravity battery. Ooh, that's actually cool. Look at that bad boy. That's really cool. Those beavers are really geniuses, aren't they? I like it. And an efficient mine. Where do I plop that bad boy? Oh, he's going on top of here. I see. That makes perfect sense. In wood we have the tapper shack, but I still don't know what to do with pine resin. I haven't seen anything. Ah, there we are. Strengthens planks by infusing them with resin. That makes a lot of sense. Yeah. 658. We got it. So let's unlock it right away before I forget it again. But now my question is, I figured I would need to build it in the water. But I can just build it right here, so where do I get the water from? Do I actually have to build a bloody pump? Is that what you're telling me right now? Is that how that works? Did I need to build a pump right here? Gosh darn it. I need a deep water pump, don't I? A bad water pump. A deep bad water pump costs another 250. I did not know that's a separate pump. Oh my god. Oh god. Okay. Well, good that we still have stuff to do anyway, because we still have to connect this power here, which is currently producing only 125. That's not a lot. That's not a lot at all. I expected more out of this bad boy here, honestly. That is a slight issue, not gonna lie. What are we gonna do about it? Let's see. I guess our best chance is to levee off this side right here and try to get as much water to flow through this wheel here as possible. The drought is approaching. That's now more like a choke now. Now that we have bad water threatening us. The drought is a small issue. What if I build... Let me get a better view here. Double platform right here. Go down to a platform and then build platforms all along. Just so I can then go ahead and build levees. Where I can make the water even higher. Theoretically. Theoretically it should work out even better because all is too high here. So maybe instead of a levee, I'm gonna build a double floodgate here and there, which should then route as much water as possible with as much force as possible through here. Let's see if we can make that happen. There's a space for level 3 floodgates downstream. Yes, basically between here is what you're talking about, probably. But for right now, I'm just trying to get more power out of here. We need 200, and I think with this here, 200 should be no problem. So yeah, let's give that a shot. Let's do this. And I know that I shouldn't be walking through here, but what can I do? The truth is, I don't know what I can do, so... I guess I know what I could do. At least temporarily. Aren't the natural blockages only 0.5 high? I don't know. I mean, if absolutely necessary, I have this one here torn out and build another one right there. We will test it and see what happens. Wait for the drought. Yeah, I was just thinking about it. I was like, I could just flush water through it, but then I was like, yeah, drought is approaching in 2.3. Not gonna do that right this very second. For the drought, though, we can already prepare a little bit. Bring this bad boy here up to 0.5. Make sure that we get the 0.5 in here. Depth 0.5. It's overflowing. That's good. Drought, the bad water will dry up too. Oh, really? Huh. Even the ones from the source over here? This will dry up too? I see. Which is fine, really. Doesn't matter too much. Not for our purposes right now. What is our water height in here? 0.6, 0.5. We're going down. Very good. Over here on this left side right here. This one here is a height 0. Let's see if we can make that a little bit higher here. Where's our gauge? Right here, depth 0.22, 0.25, and there it goes up. Slowly but steadily, we're getting there. More water is flowing in. That's what we want to see. You are all the way on the top. You are all the way on the top. You are all the way on the top. Exactly as it should be. We're going to start getting this one here up to 0.7. And going to follow up with this one here slowly but steadily to 0.7. Why are you at a depth of 0.3? Yeah, that's not how this works. Come on, fill her up. We are up to 1.6k water. We can definitely stop pumping now. I think that's plenty for any of our purposes here. Drought here in 0.3 days. We do need more water. What should we have in here? 0.59. That's better than nothing. I'm going to block this one here off now completely. Let's see. Depth gauge is coming up, hopefully. Let's lower this one here a little bit, let some water in. How are we looking? 0.7. Drought is approaching, so we need to close it up now. And that is completely everywhere. Everywhere where we can. Dams up. Hold the water. Very nice. Very good. Right here we have a depth of 0.71, and up here on the top we managed 0.77. Can't complain about that. And yeah, sure enough, bad water source is not bad watering anymore. That's good. At least the beavers don't have to walk over contaminated ground that much. But the floodgates are here now. We're going to bring those all the way up so we can check out what happens when the drought is over in 7.4 days. And now with our newly learned trick, by holding shift, we can very easily get rid of those paths right here. Very nice. We are pretty damn far away. The question is, should we take that hit or should we take the hit in building a extremely long power line? And I think we are taking the distance hit. We may even go one step further and build us a second pass up here. Straight across here. Might as well. Doesn't really hurt anything. If we get rid of this, not buildings, but resources, all of this stuff here, rip it out. And then build me a path. Straight along here. Except the last one. Come here. There we go. And then let's make it some stairs. Just so we can then continue. Not more stairs, please. We need more path. There we go. And see if we can then get through here a little bit easier. Let's just tear out all of these resources here. Those trees here really don't matter in any way, shape, or form. Just a straight path, so we'll do. Alright. Should be okay. You know what would make this game really cool? If instead of being grid-based, it had dynamic 3D landscape and erosion simulation. Good grief. Then it could have really interesting procedural generated maps. That would be hilarious. William's back with another damn joke. There are originally 5 levels of fatness. They're big, healthy, husky, fluffy, and damn. Beaver asked, what could be bigger than damn? The new levels, oh hell no. Spaghetti lines? Yes, spaghetti lines. More path is always more better, right? They already tore everything out. Oh, beautiful. And now just a connection right there. Just so wherever a beaver is in that moment has an easier pass. That is my thinking here. If a beaver is standing right here, he can go here. If a beaver is standing right there, he can walk straight and doesn't have to walk around. Something pretty simple like that can sometimes make a big difference. I don't really know if it does in this game, but at least it sounds good in my head. So, I'm gonna try it. We also have now more than enough science again that we can unlock this the deep bad water pump. So let's get us this bad boy in. And let's see if there is a space for it where we can fit it. Yeah, look at that. Beautifully. Literally anywhere we want. How about right here? And I didn't consider this tree here in the way. Of course. Get rid of it, damn it. There we go. So that's where the bad water comes from. And the centrifuge needs how much of this stuff? 4 in 0.1. And you're producing in 0.331. That is not going to add up mathematically with only one pump. With 2 pumps, we're producing 2 every 2 every 0.33 hours, so 4 every 0.66 hours. With 2 pumps, the math makes more sense. There we go. About to brave the heat and head home. See you all Saturday. Keonis, thank you very much for joining. You know it. Thank you very much for all your tips. Definitely very helpful in a game that, well, I haven't played in a very, very long time. And yes, I am truly looking forward to Saturday. I can't wait to play FPP again. All that we are still lacking, really, right now, is medium tanks right here. Probably gonna just do 2 of them, maybe, and set them both to bad water. Right here. And the second one. Should be more than sufficient. Yes, it is a little bit far away from the city center, but it should still be just fine. Only 96 with rain. I'm not jealous. And I'm not gonna lie about that. Can also finish our bridge now, by the way. We should be able to get the 3-1 in. Oh, it's 400. Can barely afford it, but we can finish it now. We have our bridge. At least we will have it here very shortly. Build it. Also another 3.7 days. Killjoy is here. Hey Killjoy, how are you doing? I think I did see a beaver in your name earlier. Apparently that was a while ago though. Pretty sure there was a beaver in your name, Killjoy. So you have been here, at least in our tiny little beaver hearts, the entire time. Beaver make less mess than the dupes? They sure do, don't they? Also, I haven't found a beaver yet that tried to commit horrible suicide, so that's another pro for the beavers right there. Pretty good. Good, too damn hot here as well. I mean, at the moment where I am, it's not too bad, not gonna lie. Jojo 20 was one of the first beavers born this stream. I knew I saw his name. I knew it. The sad thing is, if he was one of the first beavers that was born this stream, he also probably died a while back. Because beavers don't live that long in this game. Yeah, Killjoy, I have a new mod in the game. Right here, the only mod that I have. And that renames the beavers automatically, as you can see down here on the bottom. These are clearly not normal beaver names. To members of the stream. Isn't that something? You might have been born again since. There's a high chance. Are you sure about you have myself being Killjoy in the game? I'm surprised that the village is still standing. We all are, Brandon. We all are. We need invincible mecha beavers. .29 left here, 0.42 left here. So basically we lost. We started at 0.7, if I remember correctly, deft. At the beginning of the drought, we have 1.8 days left, and we are at 0.41. So you can easily survive a 12-day long drought with this stream alone here. no problem, or with this river alone here without a problem. Beaver in this game needs better healthcare plans so they can have longer lifespan. You know, there's actually a mechanic in the game that makes that happen. If you click on the beaver, life expectancy, well-being 7 plus 20%. Next here, well-being 17 plus 40%. So that would be something that we actually have to work through. Like right here, we can look at it. All the things that we can do for the beavers that increases their average well-being. And if they are above that certain threshold, 17 in this case, they will get an extra 20% in well-being. But for that, you have to put in a lot of work to keep all the beavers happy and build more and more and more stuff. Obviously, the more beavers you get. We are now up to 44 beavers. We're actually reaching the point where we are slowly but steadily running out of beds, even though we have 6 barracks, which can hold up to a total of 60 beavers. So yeah, also that is actually a part of the game. I just want to get out of this. That would be nice. Because I do want to test the centrifuge now. That we're just gonna plop. We need to build it a little bit further away though. Because this here is all gonna be contaminated ground, so we probably should build it in this corner right here. For that we need to do a little bit of demolition in this general area. And we were just speaking of it, Killjoy. Killjoy 20 died of old age. So you literally joined the stream when your actual beaver that was born at the beginning of the stream just died a horrible death. That is actually funny as hell, not gonna lie. Okay, let's plop that one in. And let's hope that this here can muster 200 horsepower. That is what we need. And of course, a couple of stray power shafts. Wait. Did that connect? Didn't look like it connected. Isn't there like a different type of screen or type? It needs to be in the middle. Okay. Yeah, good that I noticed that. Now this one has to go as well. And we need 2 power shaft turns, one here and one there to actually make that work. Look at that. Jazz is proposing stacking the bodies a meter high. It's a bit dark for a mod. Yeah. I wish I knew somebody who is just making a PhD in computer science and programming who could make a mod like that. I don't know. Higher well-being makes beavers live longer. Yep. At 17 would be the next level, but we are far away from that. Far away from that. Not that kind of mod. Oh, you were talking about an actual YouTube mod, not a game mod. Oh. I think that person is about 3 years from starting their PhD. To make a... I would assume at least, I mean obviously I don't know that, but I would assume at least to make a mod for Timberborn you probably don't need to have a PhD. Alright, we're starting to pump bad water. But that is a good start. What about the second one? Why are you not pumping? You don't feel the love, or what's the deal here? There you go, that's better. How much are you pumping out now? It was at 125 without those double floodgates. We're up to 140? 50? Is that all we can get out of this bad boy, huh? Basically, no difference with the floodgates here. Do I see that correctly? That is actually somewhat sad, honestly. I had higher hopes, not gonna lie. It makes no difference, seriously? Does it literally make zero difference? Sure as hell looks like it. Yeah, the difference is, if at all available, negligible. Which doesn't really make any sense. What else could I do? You know what? Let's go nuts. Let's build us. Can I build a levee on top of a levee? Double the levee, double the fun? Is that how it works? I guess we're gonna start with one of them. Let's build everything here completely closed on top of it. Needs more water, yeah, but the problem is I can't really help with that because... Speaking of water, the drought's over. I should probably open up the floodgates again. Drastically. Maybe not all the way, right away. Easy on the bottom though, definitely all the way. Is it gonna overflow again? 8, 9, and we are flooding. Yeah, maybe to open up the double ones completely wasn't the best idea right away. I should have probably opened them to a 1 first and then went down slowly. But, well, here we are. Let's bring the stuff here down. And make sure that the water can slowly but steadily flow off. Also, we can open up these here to give it a second exit, which should help, not hope. Same here. And for right now, at least, same there as well. Which should then allow us to open all this here up, all the way. Because the water has now a path to go somewhere. Not enough water flow to be useful. Now it makes a difference, though. Look at that. That did help. So having the flow restricted, or maybe not. What happened now? I thought that the levees helped. It's kind of an intermittent flow action. It's like the water is like kind of accumulating right here, and then it goes in one swoosh down, and then it goes back down to 0, and then the cycle repeats. That's exactly what's happening here. That's actually crazy. It's because of this sharp turn here. It's almost too realistic. That's crazy. Need to have a bloody PhD in flow mechanics to figure out what's going on. Fluid dynamics, I mean, not flow dynamics. Let's see, everything's open, everything's good to go, nothing's flooding anymore. Yeah, we're back. Status quo has been achieved again. Very good. I guess we will have to live with it. It is what it is, I suppose. That is rather interesting what's going on here, though. Not gonna lie. I like that. I honestly like that quite a lot. That we accidentally found this little quirk. Just to be clear, there's no EV in this game. Yeah. But I mean, it is pumping out extract even at only between 120 to 160 horsepower, so I think we are totally fine here. It's just a matter of where do I store extract? Can it go in here? Yes. So we can build us directly another one. That just stores extract. We can put that one a little further down a little bit, I guess. Maybe right here. Storage. Let's build another medium tank. Straight for extract. And then we can also now, actually, this time for real, build us the decontamination pod right here. That actually also needs, for the first time that we use it, 5 metal blocks. Thankfully, we have those now available without a problem. Just gotta build the bad boy. Probably after the night's over. Oh, we're also running out of water. I should probably turn the deep water pumps back on. We made it very long, though. We made it through the entire drought. Plus 5 cycles. Plus 5 days where I forgot to turn it back on. It's just a slight problem because now we have to refill it all with 58 beavers alive. So we are most definitely going to build us another pump here. There's no question about it. At least one. To catch a little bit back up on our shortcomings here. Building needs power? Did I not see that it needs power? God damn it. Really? Did I not pay attention? It does need 100 horsepower. You son of a... Okay. You want to play games? Let's play games. Put him over here. This thing here produces more than we will ever need. And at the same time, something that we were talking about earlier. Let's get rid of one of those levies right here. Which one doesn't really matter too much, most likely. Where are our pass at? I want to combine those two powers here. If we can manage that. Let's try that out. So that will be out of the way. We need... What do we need? That's actually a good question here. We need this upward power shaft that we can put somewhere here. We will have to replace one of those shafts for a T shaft that goes in there. So we will have to shut down production here for a second. That's okay though. The T power shaft goes in here. The upward power shaft goes right there. Another one will have to go into the other side though. For that we have to rip out some stuff. Once this stuff here is gone, we are going to build us in structures a platform. Is it going to be 1 or 2 high? Can't recall. 2 high. Going to bring that over to here. All the way across. A 1 high platform here and there. Yeah, that should work. I just don't know if the beavers can reach that. I have no idea. I don't know how high or whatever they can build. I guess we're about to find out. Build it along here. We need a downward shaft. That we will have to build. How are we going to do this? How are we going to get this here down? Where is the upward shaft? Right here. That's how we're going to get it down. This one, and this one. Yeah, come straight across down here. Then right down here on the bottom. Actually, we don't have to come down yet. That's too early. That actually is too early. Let's cancel this one. Oh, I canceled everything? No. You better not. God, you scared the living crap out of me. I really need to start pressing that shift button. There we go. I don't think you need to come down at all. Yeah, exactly. Not yet, at least. I'm gonna stay at that height. 2 high. 2 high. 1 high, 1 high. Straight across, 1 high right here. And then right above here, we need to build... Where's the... Not the upward, the downward power shaft. Here, and a straight one right there. And then just right here, we're gonna fill it up. With even more. Straight power shaft, straight across. That will connect those two together. Like I said, I just don't know what exactly the beavers can reach and what not. I suppose we will find out. Still gotta get rid of 1 levy, though. Let's do this one right here so I can build a path down there. Something like this. And let's see if that's a reasonable, doable thing right there. Looks like they're delivering a bunch of logs and whatnot, so something is working the way it should. We have our first pod. We have extract in there already. Very, very nice. Now we just need a beaver to actually come by. I mean, you have power, you have extract, and there's the first beaver to get decontaminated. Very nice. Those are being ripped out. The moment they're gone, we're gonna put the rest in. So that is completed. Wouldn't you look at that? Which school did all these beavers go to come up with all of these complicated buildings? I don't know, but it was probably a German one. What? Look at this. It's a beauty. The second set of double platforms next to the first set for beavers to stand on, and a stairway up to the levee, from the levee to the platform if needed. Yeah, I don't know. It may be needed, it's too far. It may need that. Maybe we can cheese it though. So apparently they can't reach those power shafts up here. Somehow they reached this stuff though. Oh, they reached that stuff from over here. Maybe we can cheese it with one pair of stairs in the middle. Definitely gonna try it though. If I put one pair of stairs right here, can they stand on top of the stairs and do it? Somebody come. Oh, it's the middle of the night. That's why nobody's coming. But we still have... We have 4 injured beavers. What are our beavers doing to get injured? I guess we will need more medical beds at this point. We only had one, and that was sufficient up until now. Where's the medical bed? Right here. Where do we put more? Where do we have some space hidden away where it doesn't matter? Back here in a corner. We can just plop in 3 more. Never to be seen again. Perfect. I already forgot that they exist. Quite literally. Can't get all required materials. What do we need? More metal blocks? Looks like it. Metal block production is a little bit on the low end here. We have 2 unemployed beavers. Let's make them haulers. That should work. And it did work. Power spine is completed and it's working. We are supplying a total of 966 horsepower and we are using 500. Truly oxygen not included solution. I agree. That is exactly what we would do in oxygen not included too, isn't it? I was like, I have to try that. Please let it work. Should press shift, shouldn't I? Need to get used to pressing shift. One more levy back where you belong, and we're good. So where can I get a damn beer? Unfortunately not here. We only have coffee, and we actually don't even have that. Blueberry bushes died due to contamination just randomly. How did this one... Oh, this one here died due to drying out, I see. Let's just build a ladder in the middle of the air from which the dupes can build the building or reach the building. Yep, that's exactly how we do this, isn't it? Why are we not... Oh, because the beavers are sleeping and just coming back to work. I was like, why is nothing happening over here? There's something happening. We're good. Alright, the power spine is looking very nice right now. Can't complain about that bad boy. Only thing that we need is one more metal block, which we should have here shortly. And then we can finish this second decontamination pod. And how are we on our beds? Yep, we do have a visitor in each and every one of them. So they should get healed just by laying around in a bed. Also, that sounds very much like oxygen not included. Alright, so far we are looking really good. That's coming along. I'm really liking that there's so much more that there's to discover and try around with. Like the entire coffee thing, the entire better wood workshop, an efficient mine. I haven't even made it that far yet that we even uncovered one, or better to say, reached one. But we still have more than enough scrap metal. How much scrap metal do we have? 164. That thing is basically full right here. How does it look now? Ah, look at that. I just love how you can actually see how much is in there. That's just really cool if you ask me. Okay. What else do we have? Anything else that we can do? Maybe bring up our beaver well-being a little bit. How does that sound? So they're happy on kohlrabi, mangrove fruits, and fermented cassava. There's not a hell of a lot more we can do on this in this area right here. Fermented soybeans. We have to definitely get into better foods. But I don't know why their social life is so bad, especially in rooftop terraces. We have a total of 5 of those bad boys. Isn't that sufficient? Apparently not, I guess. We also have now 60 beavers. Probably time to turn one more printing pod off. So we are not completely overran by those bad boys. And then eventually, we will have to probably still get us more housing because we actually have 2 beavers that are homeless. Can't have homeless beavers. That is just a no-go. That's not gonna fly. So let's stack those things here a little bit higher. And let's see how we can get up there. Let's take a look here. Did I say printing pod? Force a habit, I suppose. How do we get up there the easiest possible way? Well, let's see. I already see it. It's easy. We're just going to build us double platforms right along here, all across the board. And we're going to build us one more. Let's see, right here. And some stairs on the other end. There we go. And so easy we can get one more. All you need is 3 double platforms. Yeah, we could have reached it from this side right here. That is very correct. But eventually I'm planning on building 2 more on top of here. No, I know you can't reach your houses. I'm well aware. And it's your own fault because you started building on the wrong end. It's not a hell of a lot that it's my fault here, guys. You know, you did that to yourselves. You could have been sleeping in a bed tonight if you would have built from the right direction. Don't blame that on me. Unconnected him. I just talked about it. Building lacks power. Didn't I rip you back out? Apparently not. Here, now you're ripped back out. And we only have 1 more contaminated beaver and 3 more injured beavers, so that's good. The homelessness penalty should also be gone here in a second. The thirst shouldn't be an issue anymore. We had 656 water. You just have to go get it. Broken teeth. We do have a grinding stone, so you should be okay on that. The AI in this game does not run on ChatGPT. They are stupid. You are correct. Nowhere near as dumb as oxygen not included, though. Gotta be honest about that one, too, though. What can we do to increase it a little bit? We have 1 scratcher. We have only 1 scratcher. And it's good enough for 35 out of 63. So that is an easy one to fix. It doesn't cost basically anything. You can't just build us 1 more. For example, right here. Do we have a better space somewhere hidden in some kind of corner or something? Doesn't look like it. Maybe back here we could hide one, but let's put it right here, smack dab in the middle. You want to scratch? Go scratch. What else do we have here? A detailer swimming pool. Swimming pool sounds fun. Where do I get that bad boy from? Mud bath, detailer, wind tunnel, swimming pool. 250. 8 visitors requires access to water. 250. We can afford that. I want to see this thing. Oh, it's huge. And it needs a 3 by space available. That it doesn't have a path in a way. Do we have something like that? That may actually be a difficult task to accomplish. Right here we could plop one, and right here on top is... Well, no, we can't. Not right there. The only space that we have is really right here. And we cannot really terraform yet, because we don't have the means. What do I need to terraform? And where is that hidden? Is it in science? Is it in landscaping? Landscaping. Explosives factory. So for explosives, I just need 5 bad water? Didn't that used to be like paper or something like that? I mean, we could straight go for dynamite right here. It does cost us 30 metal, which we don't have. We can always start the construction. Let's just finish it as soon as we have it. Costs also 150 horsepower, which we also have. Yeah, that's an easy deal. We can literally just plop it right here without a big issue. So let's do precisely that. Rip stuff out is right here. Let's rip some stuff out. It's, again, berries are not an issue. We're just gonna go all the way through and rip all the stuff here out so we can put more stuff here. And guys, do that at absolute high speed, will you? Because if we can terraform, that would be quite literally a game changer. So let's start building this bad boy. And yeah, like I said, it's just a matter of getting metal blocks in. Doesn't help us in this very instant, though. I still want to check out the swimming pool, regardless of anything else. So let's go ahead and also demolish D3 right here. That's all we need. And once again, do it rather quickly. There we go. Now we just need to plop in one of them. One of them is never going to be enough. But with terraforming, for example, we could very easily make this one here a straight edge, for example. Or on this side right here, make... Actually, we can't... No, we cannot fit one right there. Because of the path. But we can't just change the path. The path goes to nowhere anyway. Why do we have a path here? We don't need this path anymore. I just realized that. That makes our life a hell of a lot easier, actually. Yeah, let's do that. Let's rip out this path right here that's completely for nothing. We can always rebuild it if we have to. And then let's see if we can plop in a couple more of them. One could fit right there. Is there really a reason that we need that path that goes along here? I don't think so. I think the path has to go as well right there. And there fits another one. Entrance blocked. Yeah, that's a problem though. This building is in the way. Didn't think of that part of it. This one here though, we can do. This one here has also the entrance blocked. Then we can just put another one on this side right here as soon as we can blow up this one tile right here. That's what we need. Build the entrance. And I guess here might as well make it a path again because we can't do anything with it. As long as we have our farmhouse right here. Could relocate that too, but probably not worth the trouble. Swimming pool for a beaver. Do they need a lifeguard for a beaver? I don't know. They also need a shower. And they also need water from a tank instead of just drinking it out of the river, which is exactly where it comes from. So there's a lot of questions here that we just have to leave unanswered. That swimming pool is expensive. 40 logs and 30 planks, really? Maybe I will take pictures of a beaver dam this weekend. Well, if you do find a beaver dam and you do take some pictures of it, please share it in the Discord. I would highly appreciate it. Dude, I have a martial arts arena. Jean-Claude Van Damme wishes to know. Oh, God. That's probably the best one I've heard today. That one is creative. I gotta give you that, okay? That one I will give you. A bloody beaver statue for 500 made out of 30 metal. Really? A brazier. What else is in here that we can take a look at? Swimming pool is already being used, apparently. Already gives us plus 0.3 on average. That's very nice. The plaza, laborer monument, flame of unity. Basically everything that's in here. It actually tells us. A fun mud bath. Costs 1.8k. I would really love to see a beaver in a mud bath, though. We're about to see him in the swimming pool here in a minute. I just want to see what else there is. Customizes beaver tails. Costs 0.3 extract. It takes an hour. And it costs 1,000 to unlock. I do want to see that too, though. I want to see what that looks like. A wind tunnel, a machine capable of lifting beavers off the ground for extreme experiences. I also want to see that one. All that sounds fun as hell. We have an exercise plaza. I guess that could count as a martial arts arena. Other than that, the brazier and everything else costs us metal, which we currently don't have because we're going to put all of our metal straight into the explosives factory. I really want to blow up a tile. I want to see what that looks like now, because I'm pretty sure it used to cost not bad water, but paper. I was almost worried I would be banned for that. Or a great blue heron. My longest lens is 200 millimeters. Easy to get a pic of the GBHs that hang across the street from me. They're not afraid of humans at all. I took a picture of a GBH and a juvenile red-tailed hawk about 6 feet apart with a box turtle between them. Damn. That is pretty damn close. I guess they're used to humans. Okay, so the beavers are swimming. I want to see that. Really? That is maybe a 32nd or maybe a 64th of an Olympic swimming pool, and you beavers are okay with that? What are you carrying on your back? A little hammer. Are you a builder? That's actually crazy. The Olympic is starting tonight at 6 p.m. my time. French beaver is preparing timbers. I can't do better laps in my bathtub. I know, that is actually quite sad right here. I mean, that is really sad, honestly. I expected more. Come on, give me 4 more metal blocks. Maybe we shouldn't play it at 1x speed, so we can actually accomplish that. And then we need to go back to landscaping and actually unlock dynamite as well. Another drought is approaching. Don't really care too much about that. How much sugar water do we have in here? 0.65. So let's bring this here up to 0.7. See if we can get a little bit more in here. Let's make it 0.8. Don't go over 1. Don't go over 1. Oh, you sucker. I guess I will bring this one here also up to like... How high are we? 0.35. Let's make it 0.60. Close these here completely. Is he already closed, right? Yes. How are there so many beavers injured, and what can I do against or for injuries? I'm truly curious. Apparently I need even more medical beds. Ah, you beavers. What are you doing? Truly want to know what exactly gets you injured. There's a beautiful space for 2 more. That gives us a total of, what, 2, 3, and here I built 3, 6. And we have 5 injured beavers. That should be okay. One more metal block. Come on, guys. Get her done. Wait, what? Flooded? How you flooded again? Crazy. These here are also closed. Yeah, all that's totally fine the way it is right now. We can close this one here though. And deliver our water into this area right here. What's our height? 0.25. Yeah, it would be nice to have a little bit more there. Should be doable. I'm off. My time to get some job done. Bye. William, thanks for joining. You're not going to miss anything because we're just going to make it through this one last route here, blow up one tile, and then we are done here for today as well until Saturday when we are back with oxygen not included and the Frosty Planet pack. Okay, so the explosives factory is done. It is making explosives. So let's see if we can blow something up. What did we say? This tile right here. Don't tell me you can't reach that without a path, though. Oh, the explosive is here. Let's slow the game down a little bit so we can actually see what the hell is going on here. And we can say detonate right here. And it just blows up and it's gone. Alright, I'll take it. How are we doing on swimming pools? I guess we could have one more, maybe. I mean, that was the entire purpose of the exercise, but now we can do a hell of a lot more. We can dig tunnels with our explosives, for example, and get water to areas that before it didn't have access to water at all, which is very nice. But first of all, let's plop in another swimming pool. Anything for the well-being of our wonderful beaver friends. Alright, 0.7 days until the next one. The next drought, that is. How much water do we have in here now? 0.8. How much water do we have in here? 0.9. That's even more than we had before. We have 1.2k water. That's actually less than we had before. We also have a hell of a lot more beavers, though. And I mean a hell of a lot more beavers. Good grief. Could have probably built another couple of water pumps. And should still do that. Because not even having these here full, that is a slight issue. Not gonna lie. But let's close these here off. Give it just a split second and close these here off as well. That should give us maximum water. The colony really got big. We did a lot today. Holy cow. And that in a really short time. I mean, total, how much have we been streaming today? Roughly 3 hours, 15 minutes? Last time it was about 3.5 hours, so we are about not even 7 hours into this thing. And it did expand quite drastically, honestly. I mean, we got a hell of a lot done. Let's close everything off. Everything there is needs to be closed. We can retain as much water as we can. Keep our beavers happy. I'm pretty sure, though, that these swimming pools, you actually use up water. I can't turn them off, though. That is a slight issue, because we are already down to 0.78. Let's see if that is true or not. I don't know, it's kind of hard to tell. I'm sorry that I won't be here to see the stream too, and remind everyone to like, subscribe, and check out the Discord. Well, that is totally fine words, and I hope you have a great weekend. I'm not gonna lie. I hope you have all the fun that you can possibly have. And I hope you find yourself some goggles. .75. Yeah, maybe I was wrong. It just looked like it. Maybe there was less water in here in the first place than I thought there was. I thought we had .9. You're not really losing that much. One day is over, and I only witnessed .04 being lost. So yeah, that should be totally okay. I'm planning to have all the fun I can, yes, but goggles would definitely help. I'm sure you'll find something. Yeah, I mean, we are doing really great here with our beaver base. It's, yeah, looking really good. Our beavers are happy. Somewhat, at least. I mean, they could always be happier, I suppose. But at the same time, we have enough food. We have enough resources. We have basically enough of everything with the exception of metal blocks. And that is only because our metal blocks are being produced here. And our scrap metal comes from all the way over here. So yeah, the supply lines are not as optimized as they could be. Other than that, there's really not much to complain. We're making much progress here. I mean, we are making our way even through the research tree. And next time around, I really want to take a look at this number cruncher right here. Because a 1 hour 10 science compared to 1 hour 1 science, now that is one hell of a difference that I can't get behind without thinking about it twice. But that's definitely good. And yes, guys, if you haven't liked the stream, if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, and if you haven't joined the Discord, maybe consider doing so. Brandon is, of course, 100% correct. And thank you for that, Brandon. And words, of course, as well. Our water, though. Our water consumption is quite insane. We were at 1.2k. Now we're down to 855. That is in basically no time. On the other hand, though, it seems like with currently 5 breeding pods, our beaver population seems to be somewhat stable at around the 60 mark. So that's really good. We don't bite. Well, I do. I just charge extra for that. That is funny. Not gonna lie, that is really funny. And Chess gifted 5 memberships. Yes, thank you so much, man. I truly appreciate it. We have Dolphok, we have Joshua, Doc number 27, Emmy, and Amir all got a membership fresh from Jazz. Again, thank you so much, Jazz. I truly appreciate you. The Amory will always get to be a dupe. That's true. Oh, nice. I recognize those people. Me too. Yeah. I'm just thinking about right now what would be the next logical step beyond the number cruncher. And I do like the bot part factory right here. And another 5 gifted from Killjoy for Hush Baby, Kier, Kahuna, Thuong, and Mundane Viper. Killjoy, thank you so much for your support. I truly appreciate it. Thank you so much for that. That is truly amazing. You guys are most definitely the best. And I'm truly grateful to get to hang out with you. That's the truth of it. And I'll make sure, though. Jez, I know for a fact you already have a dupe, but I don't know if Killjoy already has a dupe. If Killjoy doesn't have a dupe, Saturday's gonna happen. Oh yeah, the mod, by the way. I just realized that looking over here to the left, because I just noticed that William Lai was born. When we have new beavers that are born, once again born, a second time, the mod is smart enough to just add Roman numerals to the back. Isn't that nice too? Isn't that just a great mod? Makes life so much easier. But we have 0.2 days left in our drought. You already have one? Okay, I have lost my complete memory over it because we have, I think, 12 bloody dupes by now. And that is in just one single stream. So I don't even want to think about what's going to happen on Saturday. With so many new members, that means we need so many more dupes. I don't know how to feed them all. And Gunnar made it at the very tail end of the stream. But Gunnar, you know it. No matter when you show up, I always appreciate seeing you in chat. Alright, let's open these here back up. Let's get this here done really quickly. All around. In every direction. All the way down. And especially, most importantly actually, down here on the bottom. So we don't flood everything right away again. And word said I did actually pack my main bag, so that's something. Very, very nice. Well, again, guys, does that mean there's a chance for Henry VIII? There is a chance if one of the members is named Henry. Which, if you believe it or not, and that is thanks to you guys, to people like, obviously, Killjoy and Jazz. That list that I mentioned with the beaver names on it, before the stream contained 75 names. 75 names. Which means after today's stream, thanks to your guys' gifts, we are now up to 85 members to the channel. For right now. And that is absolutely insane. Like, that is truly, truly insane. That's great support. That is not just great support, that is insanely amazing support. Not gonna lie. You guys are all awesome. And yeah, that's all I have to say about that. But regardless, it is getting late and I still have to work tomorrow. Which I'm not looking forward to, but here we are. It is time to call it a day, and like I said, I will be back on Saturday. I'm not entirely sure yet at what time. There's a little family event going on, but I will most definitely be streaming. Maybe a little bit later than usual. Then my usual time is 3 o'clock, and maybe 3:30 or so. Not entirely sure, but of course, you guys will be the first to know in Discord as always. And if you're not in Discord and you don't want to join, that's fine too. Because, of course, YouTube will hopefully at least let you know. But yes, once again, thank you guys very, very much for watching. I'm going to stop it right here. And with that, I say thank you and peace.